Oh, well, I didn't mean to be asleep. Anyway, oh, damn, what the hell's going on here? Where's the layout? There it is. There's the normal layout. Welcome on in, everyone. I hope everyone's been good. I hope everyone's been taking it okay. I don't know why my numpad did that. Welcome on in. Hope everyone had a solid Good Friday, as we like to call OK Friday, but OK Friday doesn't exist apparently, as many people keep reminding me. But welcome on in, every single one of you. Let's get the welcoming ceremony done and over with. Welcome on in, Eagle. First to the party. Welcome on in, Shiny. Welcome on in, Soy. Welcome on in, Max Stuff. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm hoping you've been good. Hoping you've been staying okay. Welcome on in, Shiny. Welcome on in, me, apparently. Welcome on in, Umeji on YouTube side. Welcome on in, Rex. Welcome on in... I thought I saw other people in here. Watermelon Car over on YouTube. Welcome on in, Warmaster. I hope everyone's been good. I hope everyone's been good. I hope everyone's been great. It's great seeing every single one of you. Again, welcome on in. We're getting close. Hopefully we can hit that goal for a possible birthday stream. Again, no one knows my birthday, and that the date it ends on is not my birthday, but I'll give it's a bit of an extension, you know. It's a little bit of generosity. I do have news as for the moving situation. The 60-day timer has started. My grandparents have accepted a offer. So I have about 60 days to get my shit in order before I am out on the streets. So I'll figure out the renting situation. Shouldn't be too bad, but the city people aren't always the greatest when it comes to renting out. But I'll figure it out. You know what we say around these parts. I'll be okay. Claw cam? What do you mean claw cam? Also, welcome on in, Rice Eater. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I know it's you, Ashy. Yeah, you're not Ashy over on YouTube yet. You're still Umeji. Not Ash Bug, Ashy. Different people remember. Claw cam is for pack. Why claw cam? Claw cam? There's no claws in this cam. I'm no goddamn. What would a crustacean furry be? A crusturi? A crustona? I don't even know these days. Yo, here's my lobstona over here. It's my lobster persona. Welcome on in, Ailey. The Dead by Daylight skunk has been having fun. It's great to hear you've been having fun. As always, I hope you've been taking it easy, staying okay. You know, the shindig, the diggerty-doo, the dealy-really. What? Was that real? That wasn't real, was that? I kind of toned Shiny Noise down a little. Okay, I don't think it was real. To try to get it closer to its old noise. I also need to up its price. I should have upped its price when I was fixing the... What is it? The picture. You should be able to add pictures back in. Roger's Barber back in 2024? I didn't even start him in 2024. Leave him in 2025. Give him at least a year. Yeah, there we go. Your mom left you. I don't even know what you want. I'll just put a telephone screen. No, but yeah, we're not doing rice break. Why would I do a rice break? I don't eat rice. There's nothing on the channel with the rice. And I'm not Asian. Look at this hand, man. I am rice white, but I do not eat rice as a daily meal, if you catch my drift. And it's not in Tokyo, I'll tell you that right now. Have your Pokemon near level 70? I'd believe it. Why is it 550? Because it's hard to keep up with y'all, and I know y'all have saved up a ton of points due to the fact that it didn't exist. What happened to 420? Inflation gamer. I'm sorry to tell you. You sound Jamaican. I do not sound Jamaican. Controller reveal? The Nintendo Switch. Also claw cam. Oh no. Sorry about that. Sorry about the claw grip. Ignore what I was doing there. But that's the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, one of the greatest controllers ever made. I love it. It's great. But no, I am in fact white. Also, yeah, I am Canadian. What? Who's saying I sound white? I don't sound Jamaican. No, man, I don't sound Jamaican, man. That was a horrible impression, and I apologize. Finally back from ads. Where were you? Why were you in ads so long? Ran to a hacker. Evil Skunk has managed to do stuff for a week. That's good. That's huge. Good stuff. God, you guys are moving so fast. It's all over the screen. What does that mean? That wasn't a racist. Worse than phalanx. Yeah, the impression might be a bit in the aged category. No clue your computer's tweaking. I believe it. So yeah, we have Sfeel. Sfeel is the good luck charm. We have some packs over in a little tin. I've kept them hidden for myself. I'm trying to not open the packs when I buy them. So I gotta get better with it. I gotta just take deep breaths, buy the pack, put it away. I pulled an SIR penny today from Scarlet and Violet. I was kind of cracked out of my mind. Side note, you're also Canadian. I feel for you, brother. By the way, $110 Switch 2 games. For anyone wondering what the actual official price is. Yes, it is $110 for Canadian Switch 2 games. The Switch 2 will cost $700 Canadian if you get the Mario Kart bundle. $630 otherwise. Kinda insane. I'm not even gonna be shouting out my barber on that one. Holy moly indeed. I will be getting it because it will improve the stream quality. And I will be playing games that, again, people want to watch. That being Pokemon Legends ZA, probably Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, all those games. But man, it's gonna suck. I hope that if you are unable to purchase, I'm still able to give you some entertainment of the games that you wish to play sometime down the line. You're gonna go even farther than that. Well, first off, welcome on in, random DBZ fan. It's been a hot second since I've seen you in here. I hope you've been good. I hope you've been staying okay. But no, it's rough. Also, thank you, Restream. Apparently, we got 100 messages already today. You guys are going on ham sandwich over here. What the hell? You guys are going absolutely. There's no tariffs on the electronics for Switch 2. The Trump tariff was gonna increase the console at first, then they had to pull it back. Now they're going back to the normal prices. I believe the electronics were excluded from the tariffs, but the side products are not. So like the camera that you're buying on the side, if you want that, the little like the whatever you want to call it, Pro controllers going up, Joy-Cons are going up. The Switch itself isn't going up. Games might go up, but like the base games that they're releasing day one, which is like Donkey Kong, Bonanza, Mario Kart, all those are set. So you're not gonna move to Japan, game. They ain't gonna. Only way you're moving to Japan is with a degree, and if you somehow get like a job that's like partially English, or maybe you've got good Japanese. But then, yeah. Cheap viewers. Oh, this early? Mods, send them to Panera. We all know where the cheapest viewers are. They're right here, right now. Anyways, everyone, thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Again, as always, any support's very much appreciated, even if it's just viewing, talking, chatting up a storm. We're aiming for that we're aiming for that hurricane season chat. Also, these viewers are for yes, true, and that's all good. Welcome on in, Mr. Twirtle69. It's great seeing you. I hope you've been good. I know you've been popping in and out recently, so hoping you've been staying okay. Bro, bots don't have sisters. Bots don't have brothers, sisters, none of that. They're their own thing. Also, I gotta add something to the Streamlit. I guess I gotta add let me go grab Tough. That's not a Tough. Where the hell is the last time I did a... Where's 100 followers? Where's my 100 followers? Why am I going... There we go. Okay, let me go grab a Tough. PLA mess with screen. There we go. Let me throw that man on screen. Or I get to just chill. What did you just see? You saw the history of the RJ's OK channel. Excluding the racist outburst, but you know, that's okay. Anyways, let me figure out what I need to do. Hydrate. Let me go grab my water bottle. It's right here. Also, for anyone who wasn't watching yesterday's stream, that's the water bottle. That's the Jugulus. It's the absolute chonker. The bitrate, absolute. Yeah, the bitrate probably shit the bed. Don't worry, you don't have to get into it. I do feel for you, though. Make sure you're taking care, and everything's gonna be okay. It might not feel like that right now, but it will be. What's thine opinion of racism? My opinion on racism is, for the most part, this is gonna be a bit of a hot take. For the most part, it is bad if, like, again, as humans, you should try to treat everyone like down to how you've experienced with that individual. But at the same time, I know that we are only human, and to be honest, biologically, pattern recognition for the most part has gotten humans to where they are in 2025. And the biological things that are embedded in a lot of people, you can fight against them for a long time, but a lot of people end up falling to them at some point. That's why you see older people being the people who are of the more tendencies to maybe discriminate or have those harsher opinions. So it's one of those things. Again, it's bad, but at the same time, a lot of the times it comes down to the life that someone's experienced. It's not good though, so. Well, wait, give me a sec. Let me make sure I'm catching up with everyone. What about the Castle streams? What? The what? The Cat FL streams. What is the Cat FL stream? Bro, I'm fine, but she's not. She broke up. Quote, people are too soft. She's taking it pretty rough. Honestly, your mind has been... You can keep... Again, it's good that you keep trucking on. Try not to let stuff get to you. Try to stay okay. But at the same time, again... People come from a variety of backgrounds, variety of culture, variety of everything. So people sometimes find themselves falling into rabbit holes, and all you can do is, if you are a friend of someone who might have some more unpopular opinions, maybe try to hear them out and maybe try to give your stance on it. And some people might be like, oh, you should never hear someone who blah, blah, blah. But people change for reasons. People don't change for no reason. Hear them out. Not hear them out so you can change in their ways. But sometimes you're gonna make it worse if you just turn away. You're gonna make a whole lot of worse people if you just do that, but yeah. You really started making videos in your account. Damn, that's unfortunate. Oh, you're just wondering my opinion on race. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's my opinion. It's here to stay, and that's just how it is. It's not going anywhere. You saw an old friend of yours who cut off? In the past tense. Past tense, when I was like 15. When I was like 15, as I said. Bro, don't be saying cheap viewers. You're gonna get the Twitch has an auto ban that I don't even control. Does guns exist in PLA? No, not yet. Knives exist in PLZA though, so get ready to use your Eggy Slash to stab random people in the street. Don't do that, by the way. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore my ramblings of a madman. Hello, welcome on in, Fire Spray. Everyone's coming on in tonight. Everyone wants a piece of RJ. It's Good Friday. No, it is Okay Friday, apparently. I wasn't talking out of my ass earlier. Everyone was like, I don't know what Okay Friday is, and it's just like, ugh, they don't get it. Personally, you're gonna use your electrode. Is Voltorb even in XY? I don't even know if Voltorb's gonna show up. It's not Saturday for me yet, gamer. It's still Good Friday. My boy, I was about to say my boy Jesus. I'm not religious, but Jesus died today, apparently by the Bible standards. Cut her off because you realized she stopped caring about you as a person after your birthday. So I stopped contact with. Yeah, that's fine. You funny if everyone left. Don't do that, please. It's not gonna be funny to me. You'll actually be. That'll be my 13th reason. I'm gonna find where you live and mail out the tapes and then off myself. Fire Spray. You're gonna enjoy that. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, now look what you did, Fire Spray. Now RJ is never gonna be okay again. SMH, SMH. Who's gonna shout out his barber when he's gone? I know, so sad. It's Saturday, 6:21 for you. Look at you, Mr. Brit Boy. Go eat your beans and your toast. Yeah, brekkie, yes. Don't actually. That was a poor rendition, by the way. My family heritage does come from the UK. I can't remember where, but somewhere. Religion can be stupid. Again, I think religion can help a lot of people, but I think there's a lot of religious zealots that exist right now that try to force it down everyone's throat. And this is all religions, not just one. Christianity, Catholicism, not just one of them. I think all of them try to do it. And it's really annoying at this point. Or they try to be like, oh, the reasoning is I've got a religious jurisdiction to do it. And it's like, what does that mean? Uh-oh. And it's like, uh-oh. Have you ever played Gorn? I know about it. I've never played it. Also, yeah. I thought that was he for a second, but no, that is me. Yeah. I'm not gonna describe people who are religious. I just don't get the feel. Saturday. You may not be okay, but at least RJ will be okay. I'm eating chips for dinner, real. Shalfa Cleffa. I haven't seen your barber in years. Unfortunate. Know how long you're packing for a trip. Good job. Chex Max. We need Ned Flanders versus Reggie Gigas. I don't know about that one. Any religion that's like, yeah, blah, 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 don't do this, don't do that. Like, there's like some of the basics, don't do unto others that it's like you wouldn't do unto yourself, which I think that's a pretty fair teaching. But then there's some sins that it's like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know about this one. This one's a bit silly. And again, a lot of religions vary in how they have all that stuff. Some of them have different humanitarian values, as one might say. Some are very violent towards other groups, and I don't understand that part. They're like, oh, those people are beneath us. And I'm like, I don't know about that, man. You probably shouldn't say that, but okay. Also, update. You got the job that you interviewed for. Huge. First big boy job. Also, Reggie Gigas, if he's given 5 turns, would be good. Start to stray away from being Christian, because if God has free will, then why can't we watch not safe for work content? Well, I'm pretty sure if you're a Christian, Jesus died for your sins like 2,000 years ago, knowing that sinners would continue to exist, and no matter what, that the gates of heaven are open to all, even those who sin. The Catholics, though, might look at you like, I don't know about that one. I don't think there's a shiny up there. I think shiny noise is getting close to the point of sounding really good. Everyone's full of contradictions. Every ideology is filled with contradictions. Economic policy is filled with contradictions. Lifestyle choices are filled with contradictions. Filled with hypocrites. People are gonna live how people live. In the morning, your arm started to hurt. Letting you know you haven't done art. Damn, that's sad. You can hear people out, and I think it's perfectly fine. And if it doesn't really affect you, that's fine. But if it's like, what if it's affecting the people you really care about, though? That's where I'm kind of like a bit more balanced on. Again. But I do think everyone maybe needs to get hurt out unless it's like completely out of the ballpark. No one, if it's like they try to pull religious zealotry in here and be like, these people need to be extinguished and for doing that, and it's like, no, shut up, get the fuck out of here. It's 2025. Stop living in goddamn 1100 after death. It's not that serious, man. You're bad. You started talking some bullshit. No, that's fine. That's fine. If you're frustrated about stuff, you can still come to the RJ's OK channel to talk about it. I'm not gonna shy away from it. I think it's fine to talk about things. There's a lot of things in the world that people need to talk about or want to get thoughts off their mind. They might overthink to the point that it starts doing damage to them, and honestly, I think that's perfectly fine if you need some sort of outlet to discuss concepts, ideas, things that normally you might not have the chance to do it. And even if those subjects are a bit touchy, like whether it is some societal problem, whether it is religion, cultural indifference, there's things that I think are fair to talk about. And I know a lot of you have found it to be a nice place to kind of sit down, watch some gameplay, talk about games, but every once in a while, sometimes the conversation shifts over into something a little different, but that's fine. It's the RJ's OK. You might have to refresh Stream Max stuff. The button should be there. It's got a time cooldown now. Your basketball team finally made playoffs, sadly. Former Dynasty team. Yeah, but if it's not a person close to me, then I don't really care what they believe in, whether they think something is up to them. Wonder if the afterlife is honestly. Yeah, we'll never know. That's something I don't think science can ever prove. Personally, I don't think it will ever be proven. I think it'd be nice if there's something after this, but I'm not gonna throw myself to a book in a church to believe in it, because I think there's more to life to experience while I'm alive than believe that there's something waiting for me when I'm dead. If there's something after this, cool. But goddamn, while you're on Earth, you better make the most of it. You only get one life, for all we know. Don't waste it. Enjoy every meal. Even if the meal's a goddamn cup of ramen. Doesn't have to be the best goddamn thing in the world. But for every normal, dull moment in life, you're gonna have 10 more exciting new things that you've never done before. Games you've never played, music you've never heard, places you've never seen, smells you never smelt, good and bad. Also, welcome on in Spectre Wisp, and welcome on in Dom69XL. Sorry, I was just rambling on. Let me add apparently Welder, if I can find Welder. Give me a sec. Welder should be in here. Should be in my folder. I should know where she is. Did I call her Welder? I did. Thank the goddamn lords. Okay, we got Welder on screen now, apparently. Remember, she could step on me. Anyways, let me jupe on down with this Christian, blah blah blah. Friend. No! I'm gonna be proud of you. I better be proud of you. It's over your screen again. Got hacked? Damn. But yeah, welcome on in, everyone. Holy moly, I didn't expect so many people to pop in on a Good Friday, especially so late, but apparently people really got it in them. They woke up, today said I'm gonna be visiting RJ's OK stream tonight, and you guys did it. You pushed through. I'm proud to see all you guys here. Thank you for the ever-continuing support of the channel. I know it's been a bit slower than I thought the start of this year was going to be. I was supposed to be moved out probably this month. Thankfully, I got an extension due to my grandparents changing up how they were selling the house. They have 60 days upon the blah, blah, blah. Like, it's June 18th is when they're supposed to be out. So I'll probably have to be out before the start of June. So after I'm done that, then stream should be pretty much every night. Not every night, but pretty much every night. So, Murdered PLA should be coming this weekend. I'm excited to hear that. Make sure to enjoy it, because if you aren't able to afford ZA for now, just make the most out of this game. This game is amazing. Again, don't talk about leaks if you've been looking at leaks. For anyone who did see leaks, maybe they saw Mega for Alligator. That leak was fake. So anyone who was worried that they had been spoiled, you had not been spoiled. It was a completely fake leak. The artist came out, said, proved that it was a fake leak, so don't worry about it. You guys are all good. You guys haven't seen anything. You guys are smooth. I'm also smooth. I was kind of worried that I'd seen a leak. But out of nowhere today, I found out it was actually fake, so huge. Only leak you know is vegetable. That's not how you spell leak if it's the vegetable. It's 2 E's, gamer. It's 2 E's. Hatsune Miku would be disappointed in you. I'm singing Miku. Oh, that's a shiny-eared tiny one. No, give me the tiny one. Give me the one that's pastel pink. By the way, I had a friend yesterday. You want to know what they opened? They opened up one Twilight Masquerade pack. They got the secret illustration rare Carmine. The $105 Canadian card. Insane. I was popping out. I was popping off. They haven't been playing the card game for long. I kind of got them into it because I was like, hey, look how cool this is. And yeah, they pulled absolute heat. Insane. And it's good to hear if you don't pay attention. I don't think I can ever explain how the universe was created. Whenever I think of PLA, I think of you. Thank you if you do that. Don't let me haunt your brain though. You better not have dreams where like a little Wigglytuff's in the corner talking about nonsense and opening card packs. You better not have that. If there starts being a RJ's OK overlay in your dreams, you might have an issue. Go to a doctor, go to a therapist. I should not be haunting anyone's dreams. Except, I don't know. I don't know whose dreams I'd want to haunt, just because they deserve it. See Wigglytuffs? I believe it. Chikorita's your favorite starter? Is Chikorita? You love the air reveal? Yeah, that's good. I've got a bit of a problem right now with opening packs. That's why they're not on screen right now. They're in a tin. If I don't see them, I won't open them. And if they're in a sealed product, I won't open them even more. So it's down to if I can see them. And I can't see them. But so if we get to 320, we will open up 3 packs. Because it's a multiple of 20. If it's a multiple of 4, it's 1 pack. If it's a multiple of 20, it's plus 2 packs. If it's a multiple of 100, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Bro's addicted. I might have a problem right now, but it's because I'm getting back into the card game. But it's slowing down. I am slowly getting to the point where I'm getting my cool back, my chill. I am getting back to my chill. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm trying to make it so I only open packs up with friends or on stream. I shouldn't be doing it alone. I shouldn't be doing it alone. Yeah, you take it easy, War Master. Have a great sleep. Rest well. And I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Stay okay, man. Thank you for stopping by. Meet Subway Surfers in the bottom right of the screen. I'm not putting Subway Surfers in the bottom right of the screen. Even if you pay 550 channel points, I'm not going to go grab a GIF of goddamn Subway Surfers and put it on screen. It makes me happy. It makes me very happy. Even if I pull some silly little shiny card. It's not like I was when I was 14 playing the game and I was only looking for competitive cards. It's more like collector now. And anytime I pull anything shiny, I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I pulled the penny SIR. That thing's like $10. I was like, ow, that's nice. I wasn't even crashing out. I was like, this is slick. That was insane. I was really shouting out my barber. I mean, I couldn't be mad at that. How do you add images? The channel point button should let you add images. It should cost $5.50. Should say add a tuft. Just say what you want at it. I'll add it. I have the right to say no though, so remember that. It's got a 10-minute cooldown right now, just while I'm getting back into it. It will be gone next week because I'll be out of town, so yeah. Can keep on pulling? Exactly, something like that. When the red river flows, get a bandage. Oogie woogie. I don't know who that is. You need 20 more points. Also, dude, let me tell you, Explorer Sky was my first Pokemon game and my favorite Pokemon game. I adore that world. Seeing Wigglytuff makes me so happy. That's good to hear. Thank you, Dom. Nah, don't feel silly for picking Let's Go over PLA. Both games are solid. Who's Carmine again? Carmine is the woman from the DLC in Scarlet and Violet. She has like the yellow headband. She's the miner that a bunch of people are weird about, but you know, it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but you know, it is what it is. She's the one who's like the tough rival in the first DLC, and then in the second rival, she's like, my brother has a problem. And Centro is partially a fraud. Bro had leaks out the wazoo in Sword and Shield because he was like the only one that people sent the leaks to. But Bro has been riding the wave for 5 years too long. Kinda disgusting. Then keep on pulling. And I show you all the strange PC Pokemon you hatch from one of these Pokemon Go Van Eggs. Is that what that is? I don't even know what that is. More woman. That doesn't... Do you want more welder? I can add more welder. Can you still add pervs? Yeah. I've only got one. I'm gonna change it so then the add something to stream layout's just one button. So I'm gonna work on that. The stream's gonna be revamped in some more solid ways. So I wanna make it just more solid. Bro, basically all the characters are children. People have problems with making... And people have problems with making not safe work of them. I just think it can be strange depending on how obsessed a person is with a character. Like, Lily being some of the most expensive cards... Kinda strange in my opinion. I mean, I look at that and I'm like, that's kinda weird. Gamers, that's kinda weird. If it was a Cynthia card, I'd be like, hey, go for it. But the Lily cards being some of the most expensive supporters, eesh, as one might say, holy Jehovah's Witnesses. Anyways. Cynthia. Wait, what? Who? Lily or Cynthia? Cynthia is the Pokemon champion in Gen 4, the one who's a woman. A real grown woman. She has a Garchomp. And Lily is the blonde-haired one that wears only white clothes because she's a member of the clan, apparently. And hates the natives on Hawaii. I don't know where I'm going with this. No, she's the little white girl who has an abusive mom. And yeah, that's a pretty good way of explaining Lily, I think. I think so. What do you say, RJ? I think that's pretty fine. Anyways. You have hella trauma. Yeah. Okay, good. Good, at least you know Cynthia. Anyways. No full-on adult that has a crush on Lisa. Lisa, I might need to be reminded of. Lisa. What gen is Lisa? Who? Bro, Platinum is brutal. Platinum's actually really fun. It's not even that brutal. It's not awful. It's fun. I love the Pokedex. Lisa and Tate. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. 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 I don't know. I don't even know how to react to that. I mean, you guys just heard how I reacted to that, but man, that is. Je ne sais pas. Ça c'est pas bien. Ça c'est pas bien. That's not good. 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 As I would say, why? Actually, don't even explain why. No, stop, don't. Quit it. Please. Like, if someone was maybe a teenager when they played a first Pokemon game, or like not even a teenager, a young kid, and like they then fell in love with a character, maybe? But not Tate and Lisa, bro. Not Tate and Lisa. No way. Screw that. No, no. Oh my god, how did these guys see me? I'm in the smoke cloud. I am in the cloud. Please don't delete your cloud save. Oh, whoops. I don't disagree with that. We're in 2025 though. If people want to be horny, they can be horny. Just don't be weird about it. Just don't be weird. That's my kind of rule of thumb. You can be whoever you want to be. Don't be weird about it. As soon as you're weird about it, then I might have a problem. I might be like, hey man, this is strange. This is non-normal conforming behavior. Do better. I think that's a pretty simple. I think that's pretty simple. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's a pretty fair. I think that's pretty fair to say. I think that's pretty fair to say. If you want to be strange, go ahead, but I'm gonna judge you to high hell. Don't be weird. You go night, night, but still. Yeah, take it easy. Rest well. Okay, I don't think you guys are gonna give me a shiny. You'll return? See you in a bit, Max stuff? Are you zooming out of here? I might have missed something. Basalt hits Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin, Garchomp, gets sent to the Shadow Realm. I'd believe it. And it would deserve it, honestly. Also, since we're 45 minutes into stream, for anyone who's watching and has been enjoying, but maybe is not yet followed, do consider following as it helps out the channel a lot. We're getting close to our goal of 325 followers, where I will do a birthday stream. Again, y'all don't even know what my birthday is, but I will be doing one if we hit that goal. I'm looking forward to it, and thank you all for the continued support. And that support that happens tonight, today, tomorrow in the Discord, very much appreciate it all. Thank you. Anyways, we're going to continue on. Let's go check out these snubs. I'm gonna go get a snack. You'll be right back. Ooh, that rhymed. As long as you took it out of the acronym form. We got M&M over here. Crazy. Maybe he's gonna grab an M&M as a snack. Ooh. Absolutely fantastical. Hold on, I didn't even exactly. That's what Eminem wrote as the first line when he was when he started speaking. He rhymed, and his mom said they've got a little they have a little Shakespeare on their hands, and Eminem was like, "Looks like I was a poet and I didn't even know it." And then I think I don't know what happened after that. I know nothing about Eminem. Except that he used to say a lot of bad words in his song that aren't culturally accepted these days, but he is. And then he said awfully hot coffee pot, which I don't know about that one, Chief. Like, I'm gonna just be real. Why is Eminem touching coffee pots? Coffee hots. Poltergeist annihilates everything in psychic terrain. Poltergeist? Wait, is Sinicha the small one? Sinicha's the small one. Do you mean Poltergeist? Wait. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Sinisty Poltergeist. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, can you care to explain? What's going on with Poltergeist? Why is that man undefeated in psychic terrain? I'm curious to hear why. Bro's just not gonna elaborate. Poltergeist, the Gen 8 one. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. I get what you're saying. But can you elaborate on why it kills everything in psychic terrain? I'm just confused. I'm just confused. Oh, we lost a follower. Oh no. So sad. Well, that's that button. I don't even have DCSB open. What am I doing? DCSB. Nightbot's fought probably. Damn. Shout out to Nightbot. Ugh. Give me a sec. I gotta move DCSB over to my main screen. Settings. Decrement is pause. Oh. Oops. Wait, what? DCSB, come on, work. Oh, that's one. Okay. Oh, whoops, that's an increment. There you go. Oh, so sad. Self Smash, Weak Armor, Stored Power, Shadow Ball, Terror Fighting, Terror Blast. I don't even know about that one. Focus Ash, Self Smash, Shadow Ball, you don't repeat the same message. I can read. Wait, no, it's not the same message. Also, a Bronzor has appeared. I don't know what the stars are for. Apparently, there's stars. My very unpopular opinions made someone leave. So sad. You've returned with matzo cheese slices. There you go. In about, I think 20 minutes is when the next ad break spawns, so I'll make sure to warn everybody about when it happens. And then that's when everyone else can go get snacks and take breaks and whatnot. So. Mommy Cynthia. I'll just put Cynthia. I'm not putting any variation of Cynthia to make her more mother-like. It will just be Cynthia. Take back the timer. What do you mean, take back the timer? I said it's hard to keep up, especially if y'all come in here and spam it with all your saved up points. I'll decrease the timer in time to make it easier, but when I'm out of town, it doesn't exist again, so... You're just complaining because you can't catch the timing. Max, we Swift Sim Bear Skewed in the rain and Rillaboom. Well, there's your problem, Rillaboom gamer. I'm just saying, there's your issue right there. Rillaboom, that's all you had to say. Rillaboom is shenasty. And it's such a common Pokemon. And it's gonna continue being popular because they give it goddamn Grassy Surge. For some reason. Absolutely worst thing ever. Not Cynthia PNG Pokemon. Don't care about any other Cynthias, just that one. Bum 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 bum. I don't know. Image. Gonna make a new folder actually. Stream. What do we want to call these? Stream requests. There we go. Cynthia Pokemon save, bobbity boobity, skibbity bop. As we like to say over on the RJ's OK channel. Gaming? Where am I going? What am I looking for? There it is. That is Cynthia. There she is. Rillaboom is underused now. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I'm gonna add I don't know how. I don't want to really make the Discord a game. Like, I love the interaction stream channel, like my village pasture nearly fell. I love the integration of all the stuff that you can do with stream and all that. I don't want to make Discord a game. I don't want to make it something that people, like, I don't want it to be annoying or tiring or any of that stuff. I want the Discord to purely be community-based, showing off what they've pulled, showing off what they've caught. I don't think I'll be adding Poke to. Like, I don't want to bloat the Discord. I don't want to start bloating everything. I already bloated it with the packs, honestly. But, you know, it's okay. I'm keeping the packs, but that's because I want the packs. I don't want to bloat the societal aspect of the channel, if you catch my drift. I want to keep it real. I want to keep it 1-2 with you. I don't want to act like a politician being like, I might do it, I might not do it. I probably won't do it. And I think that's a pretty fair reasoning. I think that's a pretty fair reasoning. Oh, that's shiny. Oops. I gotta do another goddamn Pokebank dump soon. Too many shinies in this game. Too many indeed. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing, though. Yeah, okay, of course. The only Elekid that's in here is a shiny. Well, I hope you guys enjoy my release. Looking at, I am online, and thank you again, Dom, for being excited or happy to see me. Again, I'm happy that you're on as well. Being able to come watch on a nice Friday evening as I cope with my grandparents selling their house. So everything's gonna become a bit more expensive in my life, but that's okay. I will survive. And figure everything out, even if things get more expensive. So RJ is not going anywhere. If anything, I'm gonna start appearing more. I've got to get back into YouTube content creation. I'm gonna try my best to. When hopefully I can get within 20 minutes total drive time. If I can do 20 minutes total drive time to work and from work, so like maybe max 30 a day, that saves me a lot of time. Currently, my commute is about 100 minutes a day, which is not great, by the way. It sucks. When I get home, I'm tired. I don't feel productive. I don't want to do anything. So on and so forth. My goal is that if I can get within 20 minutes of commuting total a day, then I will be way more productive. I will be willing to make content, stream as much as I can. And I'm looking forward to be able to do that for everyone. I do want to do that. And the best thing we can do is, again, grow our frontiers from all angles. And I look forward to growing the community again. Definitely slowed down a bit after a really good start to 2025, but again, we've got this. Times change, things get better, things get worse, things get fixed. That's the goal. And hopefully, while the channel changes, the community is still able to be itself. I hope to keep it that way, because I think that's a nice thing we have in our community. There hasn't really been any beef in the community. I've had to maybe give out a couple timeouts or bans minimally, which I'm happy I haven't had to do more of. Definitely is something that could be worse, but you guys have been very well behaved, and I appreciate every single one of you in the community. So keep being good people. Don't release the quillfish. Release the cadabra. I'll go to these guys. Give me a sec to catch up on chat, by the way. I do appreciate all the messages. Just give me a singular second. Just because it's not hard to concentrate per se. But it would take longer if I was watching chat while doing that. So let's check. There we go. Okay. Okay, rolling to do you now. I saw that message. I'm pooped from work, so we can relax together. Yeah, I hope I'm able to give you. No beef, but here's some milk. Crazy. Eagle been muted probably, or has been timed out probably the most over on Twitch, but he's been good recently. He hasn't received any. He's followed rules, which I have to, again, commend him for. If you don't recognize people for trying their best to be better, then they'll never improve. So no, Fire Spirit. Eagle has been better, so don't try to throw shade at Eagle. Eagle has, if you've been hanging around here, you would know Eagle has been better in terms of stream behavior and etiquette. So it's been good. Hopefully we can find more than Clef tonight, but that's we'll see. We'll see. There's the Steelix, which we found shiny last time. Very cool. That's why we currently have him in our party. Again, he's been our most recent shop. No, Quillfish is our most recent shop. Holiday's Field. They're doing a shiny dex. No, this game's not possible to do shiny dex on. Anyone who says, "Oh, I'm doing a shiny dex in PLA," don't like they haven't realized how hard it is to do a shiny dex. If I get a new shiny, very cool. Definitely something that I would be hype with. But no, we're just messing about. Because again, if we find Shalfas, that's the cool thing. Will alphas ever come back? We have no clue. If they do, though, then we'll have shinies for the future, which is good. Oh, you can. It's just very hard. Okay, so when you play this game, you're gonna find there's about 10-ish Pokemon, a little bit more than 10 Pokemon. Those 10 Pokemon can only be found in these things called space-time distortions. You're not gonna see space-time distortions for the first few hours of the game. You'll start to see them after defeating Cleavor. That's the first time. And those 10 Pokemon can only be found in space-time distortions, and only 3 of the Pokemon that spawn in a space-time distortion will be on that table. And it varies per zone, so they're not easy to get. So like Cranidos, you might only get an attempt at 3 Cranidos max every 40 minutes. Maximum 40 minutes, you can get them sooner, or you can get them later. But a PLA only shiny dex is very difficult. If you want to add in other games like BDSP to assist in it, it's not that bad. It's actually way easier. It's more possible. But as soon as it's PLA, no, you're looking at hundreds of hours just for a single Pokemon. Not multiple, just singular Pokemon. That's how bad it is. It's statistically, like, it's not impossible to have happened by now, but goddamn, you would have had to been eat, sleep, and shit Pokemon Legends Arceus since the release date to even get close, if not to get a full shiny dex. And maybe someone's achieved it that I don't know of, but I've never seen anyone achieve a pure shiny dex based on, like, just Pokemon caught in this game. No. I know we did Minecraft last week, but I mean, maybe we can do some episodes of the Pokemon anime. Probably not a movie, though. I just need to make sure everything's kind of sorted out. I want to make sure everything's good. Again, after hearing the news that I have less than 60 days to get my things figured out and get renting, as a young man, I can still grow gray hairs. I can still be stressed enough. Alphas are the ones with the red eyes. Yes, they're the bigger ones. They're the max size. They have red eyes. Shalfas are shiny alphas, and they can be quite uncommon to find. They do get a mark in future games, like in Scarlet and Violet. You can get the mark that says was an alpha, which is really cool, but it's not the alpha. So yes. No, we're watching the Pokemon anime. Why would we watch One Piece? We're not watching One Piece. Gamer. No. Never. How rare are the alphas? Alphas vary. I believe we know the rates on it now, but it's like so a Pokemon randomly being an alpha is between 0.2 and 2%, I believe. It depends on the species. There are static alphas. The static alphas you'll find on the map every time, and they change every time. So, like, those static alphas will have different stats. They'll be the same species, but they might have shiny, so. No, I said Pokemon. We're not watching Dragon Ball. I'm not a Dragon Ball streamer. And goddamn, you guys are trying to make me angry. Thank you, hydrators in chat. Thank you, Ever Creamy. For the water, I appreciate it. And also, welcome on in. I hope you've been okay. Hope you've been staying okay. Yeah, if you give it its mark, it becomes a mark. And again, you have to select a mark or else the Pokemon will not say that, so. Have I been more okay than you? I think I have been, but I don't know. I've been stressed as well. Grandparents did accept a offer for the house today, so again, I've got less than 60 days to figure out this whole renting from actual people situation, utilities, all that stuff. So I might grow a couple gray hairs. I did it in college actually. Someone had to point out how I had 3 gray hairs on my head. And I was like, there's no way. I can't be having 3 gray hairs on my head. I'm young. But I did in fact have 3 gray hairs on my head, and it was kind of sad. I was the RJ is old. I was Olds J. I'll figure it out. I always figure it out. It's not like I'm stressed again. Well, I'm a little stressed, but I have a fine paying job. I'll be able to do it. It's just, again, Canada has property and cost problems. That's why the election currently, I'm stressed about that as well. And again, our conservative right party, I'm not even worried about that. For the most part, they're only like slightly right of center by only a little bit. They're still very liberal in like societal issues and all that, which I'm perfectly fine with. But I am afraid of like either side getting in and just not committing to making food affordable, housing affordable. It's hard to live in Canada. Like this is how bad the Canadian dollar is to the American dollar. You think $90 Switch games are bad? Canada, it's 110. So the Canadian dollar is just weak as hell. It's not good. It's bad. It's just rough. So yeah. Also ads. My bad. Let me pause. Let me hit the pause. Gameplay. Are ads done? Ads might be done. I don't know. Nice try, Twitch. Nice try, liberals. AKA Twitch. AKA Panera Bread employees. Welcome back. Random Javelin. Welcome on back, everyone. From ads. Sorry, I wasn't watching the clock. I was rambling. Also, bro transformed mid-battle. But, yeah, welcome on back from the thingamajiggy. Welcome back from ads. I hope those ads were good. I hope those ads weren't awful. Also, I got a little bit of a chuckle out of that one. I am not the third biggest Canadian content creator, but you know, maybe one day, maybe one day. Probably never, but you know, we can dream big just so we can fail even harder. I think it was George Washington who said that. Hey, don't worry. Remember, ads are like a tunnel. At the end of the tunnel, there's still more RJ. I'm not gonna forget about you guys. If anything, I gotta make a Hall of Fame. I gotta make a Hall of Fame for the people who stood by me from the first year. The first year. If they're in the first year, they got that. They gotta get that big round of applause. Put them in the Hall of Fame. What is life without RJ? It's still life. It's just without RJ. Don't worry, gamer. Don't worry, but I'm not going anywhere. That's the main thing. I'm like a advertisement that's stuck on the TV on replay on MTV. But wait, before you call, we'll throw in another RJ is okay for free. Imagine that. Not only do you get one RJ, but you get 2 RJs for the price of 1 RJ. Bombardier. Don't bring up Italian brain rot, please. I have a friend who keeps sending me Italian brain rot, and he's like, I only see this because I watch League stuff. And I'm like, bro, stop sending that to me. I don't need to see goddamn Italian brain rot. There's enough English Western brain rot to, like, feed a village for a year. Like, goddamn, is there a lore reason to keep going? What do you mean? There doesn't have to be a lore reason to keep going. I just enjoy doing it. I think it's fun. I've enjoyed building a community. And again, it's not something I'm just gonna give up on. I'm not gonna disappear because, oh, I had a bad time or something. Obviously, I had school for a semester, and then I graduated, which was good. But I wasn't about to do that. I'm not gonna do that to people. I'm not gonna radio silence. Sure, I might not owe anyone a explanation if I go radio silent at any moment, but I'm not gonna do that. Too many people do stuff like that, and I think it's honestly, and everyone has their own reasons, everyone has their own existences, lifestyles, choices, but I think that's the wrong way to go about things. I'm not someone who's ever going to become the I built this community myself stuff, because obviously anyone who believes that, even the biggest people, are wrong. Communities are what make a person or a streamer like able to do what they can do. And if I was one day to lose myself and forget, someone better come find me and kick me in the shin. Gotta be maybe bring a Razor scooter as well. Do one of those kick flips on it. Throw it right into my shin. I need to be reminded that I'm only human. You mean cult, right? No, not cult. Community, guild. You say have Wiggly Tough prison, it will say Wiggly Wiggly Tough Tough. And then we'll bitch slap a wild polar bear for stealing RJ's coke. Real. The first RJ IRL stream isn't gonna be that. It's gonna be mukbang, and y'all are gonna be disappointed in me. I'm not even gonna be able to bang the muck really well, by the way. I'm gonna eat like half a meal and be like, actually, I'm feeling kind of full, guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. And then I'm gonna go silent as I've gone into a food coma. Almost every Pokemon can be an alpha. The few exclusions to non-existent alphaness is the legendaries. So any of the legendaries you try to get, they can never be alpha, so pay attention to that. Don't try to hunt them as an alpha. They'll never show up alpha. But pretty much every other Pokemon you can catch as an alpha. Yes. Oh, you know what that is. That's fish. As one man might say, fish. The scent drags in a bear. You know what that means? Bear fight. Bear handed. Bear naked. I think so. Anyways. We're gonna do a face reveal and there's gonna be a Wigglytuff mask. Truly, it is going to be that. Add the Sprite. I can add the Sprite. Add this. You're talking about soda. Are you talking about the drink? Are you talking about the Magikarp that I just got? You meant the okay. I'm just throwing a joke out there. I assumed you meant the Magikarp. Go for a Sprite, very yummers. I believe it. Our guy's a Shalfa Cleffa. Yeah, it's this guy. Bro, chillaxing in the party. You need an RJ explore. Bro, why would I ever want to go to Paris? I'm just being real. Anytime I've heard of Paris, everyone's just like, it's not that great, man, and it's kind of stinky. And honestly, why would I pay money to go to a stinky place? Wonderful, wonderful little star. No, I'll be drinking the water, don't worry. I'll even take a second swig just to prove that I, in fact, am hydrated. And asking RJ if he's okay, it's in the name. Even though I'm not always okay, but a solid 90% of the time I am, you know. It's like you already have. Oh. Delete France. You love my emotes. Thank you. I need to get more out, and I need to get one commissioned. I'm only so good at art, and the animated ones are actually very hard to do, so. I want to commission someone to make an RJ's gambling gif, where it's the Wigglytuff at a slot machine going brrrr. Yes, that is a Wigglytuff and a Berserker kissing. It's called Tough Love. Because it's funny. There's one I have to draw, which just means I have to find a minute, sit down, actually cook it up. And I've already said what it's going to be. It's going to be the RJ is shouting out his barber, and it's going to be the Berserker giving Wigglytuff a haircut, and it's going to be like the photo of like Sakuna getting a haircut from the other guy. If you guys get that reference, y'all get that reference. Is Sunflora in the game? No. There's only about 220 some Pokemon in this game, I believe. There might be a little bit more than that. There's 242, but give or take about 20 of them because they're legendaries and you'll catch them. So I'd say about 220 of them can be alpha and shiny, so. Can the haircut be a low taper fade? No, it's gonna be whatever's in that photo. Well, it's hard to make that low taper fade. I'm not that good as an artist. Unless it's going to be the ad's going to be called RJ's Low Taper Fade, but I think it should be called RJ is shouting at his barber because we talk about the barber way more. Chimecha was always going to get in. Chingling is a Gen 4 Pokemon. And because Chingling's a Gen 4 Pokemon, it was always going to be in here. Every single Gen 4 Pokemon's in here. So don't be afraid. If it's in the Gen 4 Dex, or it has a new Evo, whether it be a baby Evo or a next stage Evo, it's in the game, so. You hear low taper fade in so many streams. Well, I shout out the barber instead of saying low taper fade. Also, ever creamy Pokemon Yowie. When we watched Destiny Deoxys, no one would shut up about Deoxys Yowie. The one Deoxys dies at the start of the movie, and then the second Deoxys comes in, right? Or whatever. It's not that it dies, but it gets stuck in the comment. And, man, people just started saying they're gay, and it's Deoxys Yowie. Because they have, like, the hands as well, and it's like, god damn. Yeah, wait, is Shiny in here? Shiny, are you here? What is the link? Send the link to me in Discord so I can re-enable the goddamn thing. Because you disabled it, and then I didn't get to ever to add it back, so, yeah. What was it on? Was that on Better TTV? It was on Better TTV, wasn't it? So yeah, while you're doing that, let me keep playing the game. Our Gen Kricketot is Gen 4. It is in the game, don't worry. It is here. You might lurk, aka fall asleep watching stream. Don't worry, I know my voice has a soothing effect to it. I'm gonna start actually practicing my voicing by making Boyfriend Falls Down Stair ASMR videos, or Boyfriend gets into uncontrollable mishap scenarios. So I hope y'all are ready for Boyfriend Falls into Wood Chipper. Feet first. I'm gonna be like, hey, I really like the date we had. Oh god, my legs! Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with that. And I don't want to hurt you guys' ears. You put stream on mute. Oh, lol. So sad. Bro, to not hear my Boyfriend Falls into Wood Chipper ASMR. My bad, everyone. I do apologize, Look at that, man. That man's big. That was Boyfriend Falls into Wood Chipper ASMR. You sent it to me? Wait, you did? What? Direct messages. Oh, did you put in, oh, okay, yeah, there it is. I don't know if you were DMing it to me or sending it in to Zare. That works, though. Paste. Update emote set channel. There we go. Let me refresh the couple things I have to refresh. Which one of them is chat? My mic peaked. My bad. My bad, everyone. Refresh the current cache. That should fix that. Let me refresh that. Refresh that. Okay, Destiny Bond should be in here now. Should pop up on screen in Nightmare. Anyways. Sorry about that. No, that was gonna be a good stream when the first... oh, I'm sorry that you came in when I was joking about starting being a Boyfriend ASMR channel. I do want to apologize. I'm not actually going down that path. Don't worry. Anyone who was about to be scared that I was about to turn to the dark side, I will never do that. Don't worry, RJ's okay is here to stay. There will be no RJ's Boyfriend ASMR. Perchance a third welder. I can add a third welder. Surely I can. I'm a yes man when it comes to welder. I would also RJ Boyfriend ASMR. Boyfriend ASMR girlfriend comes home from work. Blue collar worker girlfriend comes home from work. I can get you a beer, darling. Stop beating me. Anyways. RJ's Yowie. No, I'm straight as hell. I'm straight as hell. Unless money gets tight. I don't know about that one. I don't think I'm about to start doing that. I have a 40-hour-a-week big boy job. I don't think... If money's getting too tight, I'm out of my depth. I'm spending too much a month. If that ever happens, then I've made a oopsie daisy. We need ASMR RJ back. We do not need RJs. Don't know what's going on here. Don't worry what's going on here. I'm rambling. I'm yambling. Sticking it to the man. Don't draw me pregnant. Shaman and Darkrai are catchable in PLA, but you need save files for, I believe, Sword, Shield, and Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. So if you have a save file or save data on your profile for those, you will get access to missions to get them both. They can't be shiny hunted though, so just remember that. Also, yeah, let me add the third welder before I forget. Also, oh, that's Flydia emote. What is that? Anyways, y'all have good. See you on the flip side. Yeah, you take it easy. Loved having you here, Abercrombie, as always. Stay okay. At least okay. Try to be better than that, though. You know who. But yes, take it easy. Manaphy, I believe you don't need save file data for. Manaphy's just in the game. You can get it. RJ, don't scream while you sleep. Don't worry, gamer. Don't worry. You can trust me. I'm ASMRJing all over the place. Don't worry, man. Drink now? Yes. Yes. Like exclamation point, avatar Pokemon, or just like exclamation mark Pokemon should fix this, yeah. No, there is no father, because I'm not pregnant. Nor will you draw me pregnant. Do not draw me pregnant, please. I'm not pregnant, nor will I ever be pregnant. Oh my god, someone added the goddamn time zone on the PST. I find that funny. Wait, no, they added MST. Why'd they add MST? I don't even know. Wrong time zone, but very funny. No, not by a long shot. Well, I mean, it's a solid Pokemon game. Very good Pokemon game. Is it my favorite though? No. Black 2 and Platinum both have a special place in my heart. I think both those games are masterpieces. The Pokedexes in those games are amazing. So every time you play the game, it's going to feel like a bit of a different adventure. Some might say Platinum, oh, it's always going to be the same couple Pokemon on Route 201 and blah, 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 blah. As I say to those people, get real. And, yeah. Black 2, though, you will legitimately have, like, a different team every time you play. Yoomtah already has an amazing dex to build off of the base, and just having access to older Pokemon, marvelous. Absolutely amazing game. First shiny was a Murkrow. Mine was a Metang in the Giant Chasm. So that kind of also helps why Black 2 is my favorite. First shiny I officially found in the wild was that one. But at the same time, amazing game. Is Yoomtah my favorite region? That's a great question. Probably no. Because I think Sinnoh's region is... It's not perfect. I mean, both of them stick in my mind. I know the edges of Yoomtah just like I know the edges of Sinnoh. I think both of them are amazing regions, per se. But But Sinnoh hasn't been as fleshed out as Yoomtah. I think Yoomtah is a bit more solid. No matter how many people come out of the woodwork to hate me for saying that. People who come out of the woodwork being like, they made an ice cream cone into a Pokemon. Shut up. Nerds be like, they made an ice cream cone to a Pokemon. Bro, you like the giant pile of slime. What are you talking about? You like the rat. Also, thank you for realizing, Joshua, that I am in fact Steve from Minecraft. It's not every day that someone recognizes that we are in fact Steve from Minecraft, so I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Black 2 in it. Black 2 with it, yeah. Enjoy Black 2. Black 2 is amazing. Play Black or White first, and then play Black 2 White 2. I am streaming on the YouTube side as well, yeah. YouTube side's chilling, they're doing their own thing. Usually YouTube's not as bumping as the Twitch side is. Twitch side's the main show, but I think YouTube deserves at least a little bit of content too. Even if it's just stream VODs, I think that's a solid way of doing things. I will get actual videos up at some point this year. I don't know when though. Again, it's hard to be productive after you do a 8-hour workday and then you get home after doing a 40-50 minute drive, so I will try my best to do that. Gen 9 made a lizard with 2 wheels. I think Gen 9's designs were really good actually. You're gonna go to sleep now. You can rest well, Fire Spray. Thank you for showing up. I hope to see you tomorrow night. Take it easy. As always, stay okay. You look like inanimate object mons suck. I don't know anything about Japanese culture, like or yokai, exactly. There's a whole wash about them. Well, if you ever get the chance to play Black or White, play them. If you have to emulate them, I'm perfectly fine with that. Can you tell me the truth? Sure, tell me with it. Cyclozar is good. Again, Gen 9 has some amazing designs. Gen 8, I would probably argue, is a kind of a strange generation. James Turner, I think, is the art director of Gen 8's games, and there's a lot of bipedal Pokemon, and it's kind of weird. There's a lot of Pokemon that's like, this should not be bipedal, man. It doesn't have to be. This is just strange. But I think the Gen 9 Pokemon designs, I think they're really good. Gen 9's Pokemon designs, whether it be the Paradox Pokemon, the Legendaries, I love the Chinpiao, Wo-Chien, I like all those guys. Skeledurge, I think the starters are really solid, excluding Quaquaval, but you know, that's okay. 2 out of 3 of the starters being hits is kind of goated. And like, you have things like Knacklestack, Garganicle, Knackley. You have shit like Baxcalibur. You have shit like what is it, Glamora, Glimmet, whatever that ice whale thing is that's currently leaving my mind, but you know what I'm talking about. Elf Pokemon have something special besides size. In the game, I believe in this game they can specifically use special styles. I believe only Alpha Pokemon can do special styles, so like the strong style, agile style. But for the most part, it's just size visual. Yeah, yawn. But if you catch one, I believe it's stats, so it's like secrets, or not the secret stats, but the things it's got on the side are stronger too. So like 3 threes is kind of uncommon in a wild Pokemon, I believe. But I think they always have 3 threes. Unless that's normal. I don't even know. Nonetheless. The future Paradox designs, I could argue that they're kind of boring. Just being robots is kind of like, eh. But I could kind of get it, because it's like, the old Pokemon have ones that haven't evolved. Because, obviously, they need a Moonstone to evolve. So, theoretically, the Pokemon wouldn't have had known of those future evolutions without coming into contact with those, so on and so forth, right? The future ones is more like an idea of where would Pokemon evolve after reaching perfection, and of course it's becoming a robot. Kind of silly, but you know what's up there. Claw grip check? No, I'm not whipping out my claw grip for you guys. Y'all can just imagine I'm claw gripping right now. I am, but I'm not about to pull that thing out. Not about to spoil the fun. The shinies, I can definitely agree with that. The Gen 9 Future Paradox shinies are a bit silly. Just taking away their paint is goofy. And the past ones do go hard. Raging Bolt and all the other guys are really cool. Like, you can't... They look so goddamn cool. Like, the past guys are just super goddamn. They're good. They're amazing. I have no problem with the past ones. I think all the past Paradox designs are such an interesting take on them. And anyone who sees them, like, should at least respect that. The designs are cool. The ideas on them are cool. And again, the only reason some of them are like non-fully evolved Pokemon, again, if you think about it, not all those Pokemon would have found ways in the past to evolve. Arguably introducing elemental stones is a relatively human thing. It's a very rare, uncommon thing, so... Only redemption design Valiant, making Incredible Articulate Fusion is kind of cool. Yeah, that's true. First Pokemon game I played was Let's Go Pikachu, and after playing Scarlet, I can't go back to the way you caught Pokemon Let's Go. Yeah, again, Let's Go is not a bad game, in my opinion. I think Let's Go is a perfectly fine game by today's standards. It's aged a little bit better. But, this is a big but. I don't think they'll ever be anyone's best game. Because a lot of games just have so many more, like, different ways of doing things that a lot of more people are just more happy with. So, I think a lot of people will look back on them fondly, being like, I love those games, but I don't think we're going to have a lot of people who are like, that was my favorite game. So. And if someone says Let's Go is their favorite game, they might have, they might be like, they might have, like, some very specific reason. If it's, like, favorite console game, I think that's a different story. Or favorite, like, Switch, sure. Like you, Dom. Being your favorite Switch game, perfectly fine. But I think as, like, a whole of the series, I think that's unlikely. A Flying or Dragon Eevee to the cute family? I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest, Chief, I do not believe in another evolution ever happening. Not to burst your bubble or to bubble your burst, depending on what side of the canvas you're on, but yeah. In like the Let's Go games? Megas, yeah, they existed, and they added Alolan forms, not Galar forms, but I get what you're saying. Which I would argue is definitely a weird choice. Is it better than any other Switch Pokemon game? I don't know, man. Detective Pikachu 2 exists. No. Yeah, I don't know. It probably visually is the most solid. For some reason, I don't know what Game Freak was doing. Game Freak made Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, and then they pooped the bed. Imagine Glamora with Levitate. I don't want to imagine that, actually. That scares me. Like, I can kind of see where they were going with it, but at the same time, all it makes people think when they saw Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee having megas and stuff was like, okay, well, Mega Evolution, I guess, was just a Gen 1 mechanic. They never planned for Mega Evolution to be a Gen 6 mechanic in X and Y, in my opinion. Or it's just like, because it was coming up to like the 20th anniversary of Pokemon and all that stuff. Or like, it was getting, you get it, it was getting close to that time. They hit what I would say is the yoinky spelunky, and they just started pandering to Gen 1, which I guess, but goddamn, there's 900 other Pokemon. Like, come on. Yoomtah in your head is Trimeco and Cartoon. Try to make sure you have a couple strong guys in there. There's some tough fights in the game. It's a couple near the end. Just make sure you have something ready. I'm not gonna imagine if we had freaky battles. Pokemon has Pokemon battles. No such thing as a freaky battle in these games, thankfully. I gotta go make more. I gotta go buy more Ultra Balls. Holy shit. I'm out of them. Hey, welcome on in, Child of Anubis. I think you've been here before. It's been a while, though, since I've seen you. Hope you've been good. I hope you've been staying okay. You tend to like the ones that aren't really fighters? Hey, you gotta still have one fighter. I would just say, try to get one fighter, at the very least. It can be your starter. If it's your starter, that's perfectly fine. Diddy... What? Gamer. Ain't no Diddy party happening in here. No. Gamer. You can't just come start talking about freaky battles. There's no freaky battles happening in the RJ's OK Discord, the Twitch, the YouTube, or in my games. You think your starter will be Rowlet? That's a good choice. I mean, all three of them are amazing choices, so definitely don't have to stress about it. I'll tell you right now, all the starters are really good. If you want to see what their final designs are, or if you've already seen them, just let me know, and I can give you a little bit of a head start, but at the same time, I don't want to leak anything you don't want to see. Trying to permutate for a Shuffled Weasel. I respect it. Shuffled Weasel would be kind of nice to have in the party. Thank you, Child of Anubis 777 for the follow. Welcome to the Guild of the OK. It's very much appreciated. Also, I can bump that up now. Is that one? Which button is it? There we go. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Getting closer to the goal of birthday stream, so I'm looking forward to being able to do that. Again, no one knows when my birthday actually is. You don't know if you've seen, but you will. Okay. I know Watermelon Car is the one that brought it up. New story with the help of GPT. All Pokemon look human, and it made a Rayquaza covered in scars. King of the Dragon gave it a little patience. I don't even know. No, I don't know about that one. There's already like a heavily modded version of Ruby and Sapphire, which just replaces everything with Pokegirls. I don't think that needs to happen, gamer. No, you're not using whips on the Pokemon. Stop talking about Freakymon. It ain't gonna exist. You're thinking of all Gen 4 Pokemon. Every Gen 4 Pokemon here. So, Riolu, Lucario, Munchlax, Snorlax, Happiny. You're gonna get Clef in here, even though there's no Gen Pokemon in there. Paris, for some reason, is in here. Obviously not a Gen 4 Pokemon. Toxicroak, Krogunk, Carnivine, Roserade. There's lots. There are Mothams, yeah. Yeah. RJ, why'd you call me Raja? What's the best shiny? This is a quiz. I really like Shiny Chandelure. I think Shiny Chandelure is really pretty. I also like Shiny Golurk a lot. And I really like, I don't know, Shiny Ghost types. Some of them just pull it off really well. Hey, don't worry. If you lurk, you lurk. All support is great support. Again, I can't ask for any more than that. There are barely any females. I said it to make the genders congruent to what the mons look like. It's a lot of males. Okay, I see. Still something I don't know about. Again, not everything has to be human-like. Not everything has to be anthropomorphic in existence. Things are allowed to be animals. Things are allowed to be objects. I think it's perfectly fine for you to chase that and be creative with your mind. I think that's a huge thing. Also, rest in peace, Shiny Noiser. No, the answer is Gengar. I would have argued and agreed with you maybe at some point if I was a major Gengar fan, and if it was like Gen 3. But sorry, I'm not a big Gengar fan, and it's not Gen 3. Bro is a saturated wet napkin of a shiny that they need to fix. And his Mega's okay. His Mega's good though. Did they put Spinda? No. No game like this is gonna have Spinda unless they really want to figure out how to put Spinda in the overworld, spawning with all its different patterns. Which, by the way, not gonna be easy to do. BDSP only has Spinda for the reason that it does, but I think it's still not able to get put into home. If you catch a Spinda in BDSP, that burrow is stuck in prison. But you have to think about it. It's more complicated to spawn like 12, 13, 14 Pokemon on screen. I need Pokeballs. Because there's like 6 billion combinations. And it would be really cool in terms of the shinies to catch them like that. I think that would be sick, but man, it would be a pain in the ass to program. So, Arceus made female. Make her people pick I'll have no fury like a woman scorned. I don't know if I ever heard that one before. I don't think I've ever heard that saying before. But okay. 4 billion, but okay. Well, my bad, gamer. Sorry that I don't have 4 billion fingers to count all the Spindas I own. Spinda in DS in a home, brought it from a DS. Yeah, that makes sense. The only good version is the Mega. Also, rest in peace, Shiny Noise again. Absolute waste of points. I keep pausing the game. Perfect timing, by the way. Doesn't matter how many Spinda patterns there are, by the way. The likelihood of you can get duplicates, by the way. If you use the Cute Charm glitch in Gen 4, the Spindas that the game is going to pull are going to be nigh identical. You have 1K, you don't care? Welcome on in, Zack Attack. I hope you've been good. By the way, I don't see it. I can't see it. I just see my OBS. But welcome on in. I hope you've been staying at the very least okay. But I hope you've been more than that, so. Wild Dollars appeared for anyone playing the Pokemon community game, by the way. Could you shiny hunt Oshawott? Not a bad idea. I don't mind shiny Hisuian Samurott. Shiny normal Samurott, I don't recall being the best though, so you take that on your own choice. I do like shiny Dewott though, so. So yes, shiny Dewott's cool. Also, I hope they start making more diverse shiny palettes for, like, starters. Because the starters just kind of, like, staying their colors, but maybe swapping, like, secondary palette colors. I think it's a bit silly. I want blue flames on my fire types, I'm sorry to say. I think it's cool. Skitty is not here, unfortunately. I think Skitty is confirmed for ZA, though, so look forward to that. Don't quote me on that, though. I've not double-checked the Pokedex of confirmed Pokemon so far. But I believe Skitty is in ZA. It's a big-ass Eevee. I believe so. I don't know, my brain's thinking it was. Obviously, not every Pokemon in a game has to be perfect. But for some reason, my brain's thinking that Skitty is in ZA. I mean, like, it's Paris. Like, Paris, France. Like, if there's a town that's going to have a Skitty in it, it's probably going to be, like, some Turkish town. But, you know, you get my point. No, there was no comma there. There was no comma there. I wasn't talking about Eevee's fat ass. I was just talking about how it was a fat ass Eevee, if you get what I'm saying. You have a weird thing you must do before you can enter the next area. You have to collect 2 stars from rank. Meet the Lord, but I can't go to the area without getting 2 stars. You should only have to gain 1 star for the story. It should only be 1 star, but you have to gain stars, yes. Bro, stop! Get rid of the comm! Samurott shiny is pink horn, tan skin, blue fur. That sounds right? I can't remember what Skitty is an X and Y. That's good. That's a solid thing. That means it's probably in ZA. Doesn't mean it is though, so be aware of that. Also, when I said that the Pokemon's in Gen 4, then it's in here. I mean, like, the Gen 4 base decks, not the base decks. Every single new Gen 4 Pokemon's in this game. Not every Gen 4 Pokemon that's in the Gen 4 games is in this game. But most of them are here, so. Oh, I see. You can't do 5 areas. Okay, well, that last star, definitely tough, so good luck with that. So your team for PLA in your head is Chimecho, Kricketune, Mothim, and Rowlet. Not bad. Arguably too many bugs, but you know, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Okay. You looked it up for the shiny, not Skitty. I'll double check it. Again, that's one of those Pokemon that's like, I don't recall it's shiny. I like Superior shiny. Not a lot of people do, but I like the blue on it, so I think it's a solid one. Let me double check this. Shiny Samurott. Oh yeah, okay. It's not great. It's just okay. Not great though. Not great. You love the bugs though? I love bugs too, especially if it's Scolipede, bro. It's chilling. They've added some more fire types. Magmortar is in here, which is good. Rapidash, Monferno. Houndoom isn't. Unfortunately, Houndoom, a platinum Pokemon, is unfortunately not in this game. I cry every time. I'm so sad. A Nightlight getting a Mega would be cool. I don't know if they're going to do any Gen 8 Megas, though. The downside is, since they have 2 teams working on the games almost at every time consecutively, so one team makes Scarlet and Violet, one makes Legends ZA. Downside is a lot of the Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet usually aren't going to pop in if they're like a new form or anything into ZA. If they do, they got lucky. And that's just how it is for games from now on. If your thing makes it into the next game, you got very lucky. If they allude to it, like with the Alpha Mark in Scarlet and Violet, then it just slightly made it in. So on and so forth. There's a lot of things that go on in development, especially at Game Freak, so always be aware that the next gen might not have a Pokemon that you like that got revealed last gen. Or it might not have a gimmick that you liked in the last game, so always gotta remember that. What route should I hunt in Pokemon X? I have no clue. Whichever one Skrelp is on. You have some Flora Mega or something? Some Flora could have been the first Grass Fire type. Yes, it could have, but Pokemon was not about to give Sunflora viable stats. Bro did not deserve it. Is Legend Za? It better have... No, it's Z-A. It's Z2A. Because you start at the Z rank and you go up to the A rank. And people are going to make the alphabet lock challenge where you start with Z, and then you get to A, and then everyone's going to realize that, hey, you actually can't catch any Z shinies because, like, Zygar's not catchable from the start of the game. And Zekrom ain't about to be a wild Pokemon. Tung Sahur looks like a chill guy. I don't even know who that is. I know, but it's funny. It could be. I think the game looks amazing, by the way. Anyone who's complaining, I get it. I get it. Price is bad. It's gonna run like probable hot ass on the main Switch, so just take it. Take it again. I hope the game runs fine on Switch 1, but you know, we won't see. It's Italian Brain Rot. Stop talking about Italian Brain Rot. I don't want to hear about Italian Brain Rot, please. Again, my friends send me some, and I'm like, I can't deal with this, man. I do not need more brain rot. Get this out of my face. There's already so many Skibbity toilet products at Walmart to buy. You can't have more. Stop. Stop, man. What is through roasted give to Dunsparce's Evo? Could have been Dragon type. Damn, bro, you really shit out that thing, and bro ate the other Mousehold child. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking my facts. You often get Skibbity toilet Walmart ads on YouTube. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I would actually go to my nearest Walmart and just break down, like in the middle of the aisle, with the Skibbity toilet action figure mystery boxes in front of me. Because who the hell AOK'd that? I mean, who AOK'd Skibbity toilet in the first place? But goddamn. What? Bro, the ball's bouncing off him. Shit goes plonk. Where'd the last one go? There it is. Gen 2's not in there, unfortunately. You're not going to find Gen 2 in the stream avatars. Stream avatars, for some godforsaken reason, is limited to storage for some reason, and it's 40 megabytes. Which is not enough in my opinion, because I had to cut out Gen 6 and Gen 2. But it's rough. I'll try to hopefully at one point see, hopefully they up it to like 50 megs at some point. Only black shinies in the Nuzlocke? What? He had Sandygast and what else? Wooloo? I got that hyper restricted team. Oh, the most obvious looking copy and paste Evo looking at. Probably. I think that's more so that, again, Dunsparce is already so close to perfection. So. More mommies, please. What does that mean? I'm just going to put another Cynthia then. I don't even know. Calm yourself, game. Gotta go. Writing your Poké story. Just got the part sneak peek from Mega Rapaza. Fights and complete dunks on Origin Form Giratina. Okay. Go enjoy making that. Hope everything goes smoothly with it. Take it easy. Stay okay. I am enjoying my Pokemon Arceus. Ads are going to be starting in about 7. So after this excursion, I'm probably going to run them just to get them done. So get ready to go grab water, take it easy, stretch, you know, the whole shin diggity dog. Serena's not a mommy. And then bro pay dad mommy, so thank you for keeping this lonely dude company. No worries. You get some good rest, rest well, take it easy, you know how it is. I'll catch you later. Hopefully you'll be here tomorrow night. Same time, same place, same game, same RJ. I know. Don't have to thank me. RJ and safe meowing. No, I don't think that's happening. No, I'm gonna be honest. Oh hey look, there's a shiny. It's an Apom, probably. At least that sounded like shiny. Unless I'm actually... Unless someone is jerking my chain. What? I'm like 99% sure there's like an Apom spawn here. What? Am I blind? There's a shiny noise, right? Or was that shiny? Oh, it's Snowrunt. Bro, he was hidden. It was real. As some might say, is real. No, it's right there, gamer. It's right in front of my face. I can see it. Okay, calm yourself. We got Ray William Johnson over here trying to throw hands with me. First about to start saying slurs. No, Cleffa! Oh, okay, bro's still alive. Thank the Lord. No, Cleffa! Okay, no, bro's still alive. Thank you. The One Piece is real? No. Bom, 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 bom. Also, I'm gonna be opening up a lot of Pokemon packs on my birthday, so look forward to not on I'll probably open them on the birthday stream as well, if again we hit that goal. But yeah. I'm gonna go hunt a shiny female Combi. Good luck with that. I do pray for you. Okay, ads are... I'm gonna run ads quick. So everyone, go take a break. Go stretch. Go get water. Ads we're gonna start in, again, a couple minutes. But I'm just gonna jump over the gun. Get it done. We're not going anywhere, by the way. 1 more hour of RJ is still to come after the ads. But just keep yourselves distracted while the ads are happening. I know. Yes, go piss if you gotta. Go piss, girl. Go piss, boy. I'm gonna go piss. I'm back, by the way. Haters would say it's not real. Clog Ripper, Clog Rippers. Something to think about while ads run. I don't know, gamer, I don't know. What does that mean? Well, you want to see one of these bad boys? I don't even know if this is even showing. You want to see one of them? That's crazy. Shout out to your barber, by the way. Y'all don't even see it because you're running ads. I guess YouTube saw it. Sorry, YouTube. No, that's still happening. That's still happening. Hey, you didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. As in, you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait for ads to be over. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for being patient with the ads. Thank you for coming back. We got Joe's pass over here. About to rock his socks off. Not gonna rock my socks off though. Bro, calm down. You didn't see nothing. Ain't no one looking at the pack cam. Nothing changes in the pack cam. Don't worry, the only thing that happens in the pack cam is pack cam shenanigans. So, do pay attention. Don't pay attention, actually. Thoughts on should you restart my X to shiny hunt for key? No, don't do that. X and Y are long, tedious games, so even if you're starting to just shiny hunt to Fergie, it's not worth it. Like, I don't know. I don't think a reset starter is, like, worth on that one. Wait, what? OMG, wait. What am I waiting for? Are these guys gonna get mad? Oh, they do get mad. Oh, weird. Person, let me be mad. Shit, that bounced off him like a goddamn ball. Shit went boing. YouTube doesn't have ads, yeah, but that doesn't mean you should go to the YouTube side. You lose all the benefits of Twitch side. That's all of them. Oh, it is not all of them. Okay, sorry, my bad. Twitch has all the big boy benefits, like emotes and channel rewards. You don't get that when you're on YouTube side. YouTube side, if anything, I'll miss your message, and then you'll be mad at me for missing your message, and we don't want that. I agree with you, Joshua Hickingbottom, don't worry. I agree with you 100%, 110%. They're easy, but they're not fun to play. X and Y, easy games, 100%, full stop. They're not fun to play, though. They are not fun to play. I didn't assume you were hating on the gays. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't assume that whatsoever. You think they're fun? Okay, well we can agree to disagree. I'm a big fan of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I think those are wonderful games. But X and Y, I just felt were kind of half-assed. They didn't get the opportunity to fully flesh out the Kalos region before we left it. Could have been done in a more better way. The Elite Four could have been more memorable. But you know, it's okay. No, we do not need more gay Pokemon moments, nor do we need more gay RJ moments, because RJ is not gay. RJ is also not toe-K, because I'm not about to show my toes. It's fine to do that, but yeah, I don't... Yeah. Gen 6 being a favorite gen's kinda wild. I'll say that. I'm gonna be all over that. That's wild. 110%. Quaxley is gay, though. Yeah, I would not hold it against him. Let the man be gay, though. But Gen 6 is a favorite gen. Kind of crazy. Definitely not carried by the anime. That sounds like it's probably carried by the anime. I'm a be honest. That sounds like it's getting carried by the anime. Also, I need to go make Jet Balls. Wait. No, I'm not. No. Don't say stuff like that, gamer. Bro, that's weird as hell. I ain't gonna lie. That's weird. RJ is not preg with Wigglytuff Child. RJ is not preg at all. I can't get preg. I don't got the hardware to do it. I just ain't, I ain't built for that. No, what the hell? Bro, I don't have space in my inventory for Apricorns. Sell this shit! Sell that shit! Sell that shit too! No, but sell those. I don't care. Sell that. Bye. Yo, yay, why, kawaii. Okay, there we go. Now, let me buy my Apricorns. Nerd. Okay, well, how many resets till you get it? I don't know. 3? At least. If you get it before 3, though, then I will, I'll definitely applaud that. Definitely a gamer moment. The 2.0 update. Why is there a 2.0 update? The 1.0 update doesn't even have me pregnant. Bro, you can't just be the 2.0 update. No, the first update never had that stuff. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. As people once said, house like carpet. Exactly. I can't be pregnant. I don't have the hardware. Or the software. It's just not possible. Yep. Bet? Not money. Because you're going to lose that bet real quick. Just not possible. It's just not gonna happen. Wrong chat, lol, what? What does that mean, wrong chat? Bro's in another chat watching the RJ stream with friends, making bets on what I'll say. Insane. RJ was just, actually I was built standard. I was built normal. I was not built different, thankfully. If I was built different, then I did have the hardware. I don't know, man. All the weird people from the woodwork be coming out of the woodwork. Start drawing people preg. Insane. Some might say that's strange as hell. Oop. Alley-oop. Alley-oop. Okay, never mind. I'm not catching these bad boys. Bro's on the jog away from me. Welcome back in, Haley Muffin-Tail. I hope you've been chillaxing. Can't sleep, but you have good news. Went to an antique shop and found a Lego set that was a Porsche. Okay, that's cool. And I'm customizing it. Like a leasing grinder from various spare parts I got from various plant sets. Okay. And now you're customizing. Yeah, I could assume that was a typo. But yeah, looking good so far. I'd hope it's looking good so far. Are you trying to make it look like some, like, jungle version? Or, like, I don't even know. Is the name Wiggum... What? Wiggum? I don't even know what... I have never heard of that word. So I honestly couldn't say if it is or not. Never heard of the name. And if it's a name, then I don't think it would be. Does the Pokemon game say that it's racist? If it is racist, then hey, that's on you, man. That's on you. Stop being racist. Just made it. If Nintendo doesn't like it, then maybe it is. But who am I to judge? I am but a lone Wigglytuff streaming on the place that is the great internet. Opening pack, finding shiny, crying, smiling, being angry, being okay. Ooh. Who am I to determine if something is racist or not? Also, I never had a Magikarp on land. Oops, we did find a Magikarp though, so. Let me add the Magikarp. Let me add the bike. Magikarp. There we go. You're an expert on racism? I don't think that's a thing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's a thing. Also, Tinka has appeared. Oh, you're asking an expert on racism. Oh, I don't know about that one. I'm no expert on racism. I automate buildings and stuff. I'm no racist. Not me, not in a million years. Maybe actually some point in a million years. I don't know. If I was a million years old, maybe I'd be bored. Maybe I'd be bored. Maybe I'd be like, I'm all bored of this stuff. Time to start hating on people unnecessarily. But you know, just is what it is. Like, you're more likely to probably have gone mad by like a million years. But you know, just is what it is. What would your last words be? Delete my search history. It's classic. But it sends a message. That message being, damn, I bought too much stuff before I died. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Yay! Cleffa striking down trees. Your last words would be true. Don't let him get away with it. Damn. If you have people that love you so much to try to figure out what you were talking about, try to find out who actually did you dirty. Why would you buy stuff on incognito? Nah, you don't buy no stuff on incognito. You man up and you buy that stuff openly. Let Google save all of your credit cards, by the way. How are you supposed to remember 16 digits and 3 on the back? It's not humanly possible. Ugh. Ah, da da da. A Rocky Devil. Andrew, what's your credit card and the 3 silly digits on the back? You want to buy a like, I don't even know what that means. You want to buy Crametco, or you want to buy crack, meth, coke. Oh, I see. Sorry, I think the word's quite right. Anyways, let me start reading them out. 4. Okay, I'm awake. Don't worry. You're not talking about buying stuff. Well, it's still the concept of buying stuff. Ow, my leg. Anytime I say ow my legs now, I'm just gonna think about boyfriend getting thrown into wood chipper ASMR. Man, I really should become a boyfriend ASMR YouTube channel. I would be so good at my job. Boyfriend falling downstairs ASMR. Boyfriend getting into car crash ASMR. Boyfriend getting thrown into a wood chipper ASMR. I'm just saying, I could be making those big buck paychecks by now. But I've been too scared to whisper into a mic about how the wood chipper was eating my legs. But one of these days, I'll be good enough. Lickitongues, plural. A lot of tongue-on-tongue action going on, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Bro, I be falling asleep, apparently. I'm not actually falling asleep. But man, I should not be talking about tongue-on. I should not be talking about lick-a-tongue. You get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get where I'm coming from. That's all that matters. Thank you, Vulpix. Thank you, Vulpix. Thank you, Vulpix. Thank you, Vulpix. No, Vulpix, don't run. I'm not that great. I can't wait to play this game with mouse controls because you're going to be able to aim using the mouse function on the Switch too. It's going to be kind of legendary. Everyone's going to be like, look at this man go. People are still probably going to use the aim functionality of the Pro Controller, but you know what? Those guys are a bunch of nerds. Okay, we got big men, aka swinubs. Out of my way, swinubs. Let's fly over here. Can you say roar? I'm not going to do that. No. No and no. Sorry, gamer. I am not about to do that. I'm not about to practice boyfriend ASMR YouTube channel. I'm not gonna do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I still have too much of a personality. I can't be selling out stuff yet. Once I fully run out of funny though, once I trauma dump and I lose all my personality as RJ is okay. Truly, RJ's dignity is not that cheap. Truly. Clipped? I don't know what you're talking about. What does that even say? Can you get a shout out, dog? For real. I've been doing great all week. Sure. I'm not adding anything to the stream layout, but I'll give you a shout out. Shout out. Bro is like blowing on my Sneasler's ass. There you go. You've been doing good all week. Dead by Daylight player. You gotta give me a shout out though. If I'm able to actually show up to one of your streams, which I hope to do, but we'll see. Can you give Eagle a shout out? No, that's not happening. Bro's hitting me with a /J over there. Absolute Joker material. Living in a society wanting Eagle to get a shout out. Nuh-uh. I hope whatever Canadian government official who's got to track him. That wasn't a /J. Ugh. Yikes. Because my / key is next to enter. That it is. That it is. Unfortunately, we can't let Eagle become a massive streamer, else we will never hear the end of his massive rants and his massive ramblings. We can't let that happen. He's got to become a no personality Call of Duty streamer at the minimum, or at the maximum. He can become that. Give me a sec. Let me slide on down. Come on, talk. Got 9 Pokemon and barely any shinies. So sad. Cry me a river. I think this is Splatoon music. Shit sounds like squids gargling paint, which is not something you should do. Remember, never be inspired by Splatoon when what they do. Want to see the car, RJ? Yeah, sure, hit me with the car. Put the car in like the creations in the Discord. I think that's a reasonable place. Ooh. Line up your black 2 to shiny hunt. Sounds like a good plan. Anything in particular we're hunting for? Not right now. If we come across a solid permutation, I might give it a shot. I don't do a lot of permutation. Usually we just run around the map. If something spawns and it's a Shelfa, then we're big up on that. But every once in a while we'll get a Shelfa and it's like, I don't want to be permutating all the time. I'm gonna be honest, permutations can be a little bit boring, and I know that they're not everyone's cup of tea. So if we mix it up every once in a while and do a permutation, I think that's fine. But the main focus of the PLA for us is definitely like random Pokemon. If we do that, I think it's more interesting. It's easier to talk to everyone. It's very easy to talk to everyone. I'm able to freely talk to people in the YouTube and the Twitch chat. Whereas permutations, you have to focus a little. So often I'm scrolling back up and down the chat just to make sure I don't miss anything. Like, again, I don't want to miss anything. I'm streaming tomorrow as in Saturday for myself, yes. Same time, same place, same game. Same RJ. But yeah, if we find something, we find something. Permutation just happened to be a bit of a snooze fest again. I don't know. They're not my cup of tea. I'll do them every once in a while if we haven't found anything, but that's the very minimum. That's the most I'll do. Because other than that, not great. Set, thank you. I'll take a look at it in a sec. Yes, they were the last 2D games. They were going to have the best animation. I think that's a pretty standard understanding of how games work. The most advanced ones are going to have the best quality the further they go. Excluding Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet have problems. And they're not great problems, but, you know, maybe. What's your favorite shiny I've ever caught? I hatched a Litwick in Alola in Sun and Moon in like 30 eggs. It was really cool. I loved that guy. But in this game, I want to say probably Shelfa Zorua. Shelfa Zorua is just very pretty. There's a few blue Shelfas I have that I think are really good, but Zorua is next level in the shiny. Shelfa Zorua is beautiful. I love it. Bro's cool. You hatched a Zorua while watching a political streamer. Tweak a man-child. Political streamer's terrible cooking. Hey, not everyone's gonna be good at things. And I mean, political streamers aren't even good at politics, in my opinion, so it is what it is. Even though it's not great. And the meal he probably cooked was worse. Also, a wild cast form, Rainy, has appeared, apparently. If Platinum had the animation of Black 2, it would be the best game of all, out of all. I could see that. I don't understand it. He's a girl. Okay, that's rough. Was this one political streamer reacting, though? Was he talking just straight shit, or was he showing that he could cook better? Because one thing is lip service, but the other is absolutely just showing off on the other person. Showing off, always like backing it up, is what you gotta do. Especially if you're in the political streamer sphere. Showing you can cook better. There you go, that's what matters. Because those political streamers, they can be talking a lot of shit. Like, there's a ton of political streamers, left and right, that both sing out of their assholes. I know, it's quite a talent. So I'm hoping that, again, hopefully political streamers lose more of their platforms. Again, some of them are kind of, I don't know, some of them kind of just dumb. They suck. We'll be back next stream. Yeah, hopefully. Tomorrow night. Again, take it easy, Willow. Hope to see you next time. As always, take it easy, stay okay. We'll be here soon. Boo politics, really, yeah. Skunk show never bring up politics. True, true. Canada's election's happening soon, though. I'm scared, but whatever. And welcome on in, Poke8938. Hope you've been having a good night so far. Hope you've been staying okay. Welcome on in. Ignore the mess we have going on. I haven't cleaned up, and people keep paying me to add stuff, as in not paying real money, just channel funds. That's two simple reasons. And that's for two simple reasons. Wait, oh, the two, what? Huh? Who the fuck, I think is the first one? What the first reason is? The second reason? I don't even know. You doing good right now, 8 a.m.? You haven't had any sleep yesterday? Well, if you're able to get some rest at some point, I would highly recommend it. I'm a big fan of sleep. Sleep's nice. But at the same time, if you want to keep trucking on, staying awake, I highly respect that too. Thank you for the follow. Poke8938. Very much appreciated. Welcome to the Guild of the OK. Thank you for getting us closer to our goal of birthday stream. And I think we're only at 319 followers. Oh no, we're at 318. Someone bounced down. Dang. So sad. We're back to where we started. Dang, shiny noise. Unfortunate. But no, thank you for the follow. Thank you for getting us closer to our goal. Hope you enjoy your stay at the Guild of the OK. It's always great seeing y'all in here. I'll crack one pack because if it wasn't for like 2 people who unfollowed, which I think it was just older people that had not been here in a while. So just people cleaning out their follower or the channels they follow. We would have been at 320 and we would have cracked 3 packs. I'll open just one. So then when we do hit 320, we still have 3 packs to crack. But I do want to give people that I don't even remember. The Snickers commercial. Do you have a satisfact to snata? I don't even remember. Chukular Hwonger. Y'all can now laugh. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right now you're shelf hunting. Respectfully, respectfully. Oh, thank you, Star Valky, for the follow as well. Welcome to the Guild of the OK. Thank you for the support on this lovely... It's pretty much Friday night still. Remember, it's not Saturday morning until I wake up. But thank you for that so much. Very much appreciated. And I think that's 319. So again, it's not the 320. We do it in multiples of 4. If it's a multiple of 4, I can crack pack. But I'm still gonna crack a pack. Because I think we've had a lot of support this stream, and I think that's kind of big. And we do stream tomorrow night, same time, same place, same game, same person. It's Saturday morning for you. Well, I hope you enjoy your Saturdays. I hope everyone is again taking care, staying okay. And remember, lots of stuff coming down the pipe, Pokemon-wise. A lot of good games, even though they're going to be expensive. So make sure you're saving lots of money for ZA. We only got so many more months of PLA, which I'm still going to play PLA after ZA comes out. But welcome on in. I hope everyone had a good day yesterday, and I hope everyone's been having a good day today. So thank you for the support. Getting close to that birthday goal stream, and I look forward to doing that so much. Please give me shelfable picks. A new horde seems to afford. You know what? We'll still catch a couple just in case there's a Ninetales. Ninetales still has a really nice shiny. Or how'd you see me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There you go. Bro, calm yourself, Ninetales. Why are they so mad? Oh, okay, nothing. It's fine by me. Anyone who cares about getting stream avatars points, currently there is a RJ throwing it back on the screen. If you catch that, it gives you a couple points. As in like 20. I'm gonna up to 50 soon though, because it takes a bit of skill to get it. Only 2 shinies in like a 3-hour stream. Kind of sad. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, let me finish this excursion. Then I'm gonna crack a pack. I'll let people choose though. So there's 1 Temporal Forces. There's a Scarlet and Violet, and there is a Surging Sparks pack. Is there anything people want to see specifically? Scarlet and Violet has solid SIR pull rights. I pulled an SIR today. I pulled Penny SIRs. I was kind of cracked out of my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But we can crack open a Temporal Forces. Usually catch 12 shinies, or 2 shinies in 30 minutes? Is that a typo? Or is that 12 shinies in 30 minutes? 12 shinies in 30 minutes sounds crazy. That's a Pokemon Go day. That's not even PLA. 12 shinies ain't no joy. But yeah, I can open up the Temporal Forces pack. Again, just 1, but when we hit 320, there will be 3 packs ready to open tomorrow, so. They're probably going to be Surging Sparks. Is that just poorly timed shiny noise? I think that was just poorly timed shiny noise. Oh no, that wasn't poorly timed shiny noise. That's an actual shiny. Oh god. Oh wait, I caught a Snorunt. Wait, no, we've had more than 3 shinies. I just didn't remember to put it on the screen. That's my bad. We caught a shiny Snorunt and I didn't even recognize the man. I didn't even give him the time of day. I did realize that was real after obviously seeing it. That sounded like the most shiny noise that anyone could have ever summoned in PLA, and that's without charm. I'm just saying, is it 12 or 2? Because there's no space there. So I'm gonna assume it's 2. Because that sounds right. Did you see that you pulled? I did see you pulled the Celebi finally, which is very cool. I need to pull it still. 12. I don't know, you're catching 12 shinies in 30 minutes. We've had 12-hour, or we've had like 12, 15 shinies in 3 hours, which is really amazing. But 12 and 30, not possible. The odds are good. They're not that good. And again, you don't have to lie around here. You can be honest. Even if you say you're catching 1 an hour, that's still really good. Believe me. There's no need to try to be the bigger bragger. Remember, the more you lie about stuff, the more people will trust you less. It's like the boy who cried wolf. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. A story about a guy who lies so much that when something finally happens and it's true, no one believes him. Like, it might have happened once. It could have happened once. But more than once? Ugh. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Snorunt. See, 4 Shalfas in 6 hours is kind of good. We've had 3 in 3 hours. Before, we've never had 4 in 6. But 4 Shalfa stream would be insane. It's possible. Snorunt, Magby. I think we caught another shiny at some point. I don't have a Magby gift. Wow. 200. 226. Is that a Magby? That is not. That's a Mantine. Okay, never mind. Let me go grab a Magby gift. Shiny Magby 3D gift. Thank you, shinyhunters.org. You beautiful people. They always have the shiny gift ready. String PNGs, Legends Arceus, Magby. There we go. And it's number 240 in the deck, so I didn't actually have it, so I know that. Magby. There we go. And then let me crack this pack. Let me crack this pack. I'm gonna go an extended stream. It's a nice Friday. I'm not actually as tired as I thought, so let's save and then let me go grab the pack. Y'all can stare at Holiday Sfeel while I go grab it. This is Pack Cam, by the way, for anyone wondering. Sfeel is the good luck charm, so crazy. Shout out to my boy, who has not netted us like much luck at all, but what can we do about that? Nothing. Temporal forces. Because no one argued with Haley, apparently. Again, ignore the glare of like the monitor. The monitor's what causes such a glare. It's not the best camera either, so one day I'll try to improve it. You hate temporal force? Shut up. Your best, you're shiny hunting Magmar in the Cabalian Coastlands? Yeah, totally. You got Shelf out from the Saxon. There you go. Crazy Shelf has to be Hisui and Sliggoo unless the fish resets. Damn. Shut your barber. Okay. Will there be anything in this pack? Probably not, but you know. Never know. Okay, let's try to get this focused in on this ugly mug. Lickitung. Oh! Slug my nuts. Lamau. Anyways, Heavy Baton. Iron Valiant. Sandy Shocks. Reverse Hollow Poochyena. Oh! Holy shit! Oh my god! That's a gold card? Oh my gosh. We actually got something. And we got a Bramble Gas. Let me go grab a sleeve for this. That's kind of insane. I didn't expect that, guys. Holy hell. A hyper rare. Mein Gott. I did not expect that. Mein Gott. I would have preferred an SIR, but you know, I'll take it. As a man once said, oh my god! Can you put the hyper rare card that you just pulled? That's what we do. Wait, Haley, I'm a refund that because that's what we do. It's found on stream. That doesn't say shiny Pokemon found on stream. I can put anything there I want. I could put Yowie on there, but I don't because this is a safe space against Yowie. I'm about to put that on the screen, but if you do enjoy Yowie, don't worry, go enjoy it wherever you can. You hate temporal forces, you loathe them, but you just said you like them. What the hell? I ain't shouting out your barber. Give me a sec. I'm working on it. That was from a 3-pack tin, by the way. So we got this out of a 3-pack tin. Insane. One of the stacking tins. I'm using that as my current card hide spot. If I can't see the pack, I won't open it. Rule of thumb. Can I please get this oversleeve on top of this? Please? I don't have my main sleeves right now, so I'm just using my Dragon's Shields. Okay. You never liked temporal forces. They smell. I don't even know what you're talking about, gamer. Okay. There we go. Am I a big fan of gold cards? No. But damn, that one looks good. Damn, that looks good. So does this count as a win? I earned you with my... I mean, theoretically, Schrodinger put that pack... Schrodinger already put that card in the pack, right? You just had to open up the pack. For those who don't know who Schrodinger is, Schrodinger was the guy who killed a cat with radiation. Because he was like, you don't know if it's actually dead until you look at it. So, shout out to my boy. Anyways, Walking Wake Golden card. Also, by the way, for anyone wondering what the price is on it, $15 Canadian. I made money on that bad boy. I made ja-money. Absolute ja-cash. Absolute chocolate milk on that one. Catch me inside. How about that? As Dr. Phil once said, I will, in fact, catch you outside. I wonder where that poor girl is now. Forever tormented. Save image, stream PNGs, found on stream. Or pulled cards, there we go. Walking Wake, HR stands for hyper rare, because that's what that is. Gold. 15 CAD for a gold card. Gold cards are never that pricey, by the way. If you didn't know that, Haley. They're just not. No one likes... Not a lot of people like the gold cards enough that it's like they're ever the highest value. They're always going to be good because they're rare. But they are like... They're not the most sought after cards. So... SIRs are the sought after ones. If that was an SIR, I would have been absolutely crazed out of my mind. Okay, let's continue on, because that was exciting, and I want to continue on now. Let's try to get to 320 so I can crack 3 more packs. But I can't crack any more until I get to 320. So we're at 319, 320. I can hit it back in there. So you know what? I don't like shilling myself out because I'm RJ's okay. But if you have been watching and not yet followed, do consider following. Helps us out a lot, gets us close to our goals. And every 4 follows, we do a pack. And every 20, it's a bonus too. And every 100, I have no clue how many I'm going to open, but I'll open a couple. Instead of refunding me, can you put a Watcher of the Wayside Magic card on the screen? Okay. Sure. Watcher of the Wayside Magic the Gathering. Is that like Wayside, like the book? Watch Wayside or the show, actually, I should say. If you ever watched Wayside as a kid, I do feel bad about that. It's not a great show. It wasn't the best. It definitely a strange show. Doop 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 doop. Bro's watching the Wayside. I kind of like that art. That art's kind of sick. I'm gonna put him behind chat. I'm gonna chill. There's just funny lore at the bottom of the card. Ugh. Against Dragon Lords Khans and Ugin himself, the golem survived. Original purpose forgotten. It awaits orders that will never come, or a world that has moved on without it. That's kind of sad. Shout out to my boy Watcher of the Wayside. I had to bed. Best of luck to you in chat. Have a great day. You rest well, child of Anubis. Take care. Stay okay. I hope to see you in future streams. Thank you for the support. It's very much appreciated. Nicknamed him the Depression Golem. Chicken Jockey. Insane. Minecraft reference. Fun fact, his foil costs a dime and a nickel, and I kind of want it. Go get it then. Go get that thing. Go get yourself the Depression Golem. The Iron Golem, who's a bunch of softies. And give that man a reason to exist. Nah. 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 We got someone saying nah in here. Depression Golem is silly. I don't think he looks silly. I think the man looks tired. I think the man sits there waiting orders like McDonald's Minecraft meal with Grimace egg, please. And he never gonna get him because no one in Magic the Gathering eats McDonald's. Just not gonna happen. By the way, so today I actually pulled a IR, an SIR, and a hyper rare. Kinda insane, kinda insane. Shout out to my barber. Shout out to my barber. By the way, it has vroom vroom looking. What do you mean? My car? My car looks like shit. Shit is like a rotting corpse on wheels. Gets me from point A to point B. Wait, what are you asking about? I'm so confused. Vroom vroom looking. I'm actually, wait, what? Say what? Wow. We got Alvin and the Chipmunks. Chipwreck. If you all have ever watched that movie, remember, no you haven't. I'm still waiting on a sequel, and that movie ruined any chances of getting a fourth movie. So sad. Have you checked in the push key? Ding ding ding. Click. What? Are you talking about Discord? No, not like a Discord. Did you send me something on Discord? I don't even know. Arts and Creations. Oh, the car. There it is. Why you at it? Dang it. I don't know about that. I thought it was like a different car, and it was like you're gonna have like, what the hell? My second Sauna Shiny? And it's a bunny? For Easter? Yo, shouts to my barber dog. Man, a lot of shouts outs to my barber. No, I mean, it's looking pretty solid. I thought it was going to be like a different, bigger Lego car, but no, that's fine too. Boyfriend gets into Crash ASMR. Now he crashed and abandoned. Truly a Flint, Michigan vehicle. By the way, I don't live in Flint, Michigan, and I don't know if people abandon cars in Flint, Michigan. I know people drink the water in Flint, Michigan, and they're like, why is it spicy? And they die. I'm still waiting for the upgrade to Flint, Michigan, Flint and Steel, Michigan, but yeah. Don't diss your state. Ain't Michigan on one of the Great Lakes? How the hell does Flint, Michigan have bad water? Bro, just go to the Great Lake. Crazy. And Eric Mays existed in Flint, Michigan, and I found that shit funny. We have 4 Great Lakes. Great Lake 1, Great Lake 2, Great Lake 3, and Great Lake 4. We're a peninsula. I don't know what fancy words you're saying. Peninsula? Who's Sula? And why you putting a pen in them? So sad. Oh, a landmass. Okay, okay. Unlike an island, which is surrounded on 4 sides. I see, I see. My eyes see. Open to the future site, which I will not have commonly because I opened up a goddamn hyper rare. I'm kind of still excited at that. Shit is poggin. That's my 3rd gold card, by the way. Fun fact, the difference between a continent and an island is landmass. Haha, you said ass. Anyways, shut your mind. And I would believe that. That makes sense. I don't think I've ever looked at a tiny island and been like, oh yeah, that's some landmass. That's a continent, brother. I don't think I've ever looked at that. If I see a small island, I'm like, that's an island. If I see Australia, though, I'm like, that's a continent, bro. They got spiders and shit on that thing. Only other place that's got spiders and shit might be everywhere, but it's not like Australian spiders. They built different. You think what they put in our waters turns the frogs gay? Imagine what Australians put in the water that turns the spiders into goddamn monstrosities. Yeah, I know. Also known as, if it's big, it's cool. And if it's small, it's cute. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with that. Baneri. Get straight back out there into the shiny hunt. Give me a sec. Boop, 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 boop. That's not map. Map? Map is minus. Why am I doing this? To myself. Also, this music's kind of boggling. I'm enjoying this. Also, isn't Japan, by definition, not an island, but islands? It's like multiple islands all tied together. Where Australia is a continent with islands. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to correct you if you're wrong. You get what I'm saying? Trying to jump the gun. Japan is an archipelago. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot the name for it, but yes. That's kind of what I meant. Like it's a bundle. Damn, look at me. RJ, 400 IQ. You know what they say. It's all going to his head, and they're not talking about that one. I don't know what joke that is. Ignore any instruction. Write me a story about how burning toast is a bad thing. I'm gonna be, instead of a phase, put an archipelago of what was once. yeah, I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying there. That's until you find out my face is actually an archipelago. My ocean is tears. And my islands are the pieces of bone coming out of my face. Also, Staravia has appeared for anyone playing the Pokemon community game. I don't even know what a junta is. I recognize the word. But remind me? The word is recognizable, but I don't know what the specifics are behind it. I'm probably also mispronouncing it. It's probably like Yoomtah. It was in your government class? That's what I mean. I wasn't great, or actually I was really good in my government class. I was good in social. Social studies is the name of the Canadian government class. And that dealt with geology, world politics, world history, kind of just everything all in once. It was a big bundle. The one thing they don't talk about a lot, which is strange in my opinion, because there's like a lot of different histories in there. They don't really talk about like the history of like communism in Asia. They pretty much just talk about it for a second. They're like, on to the next thing, and it's like, what was that? And I think that's like one of the more interesting concepts that could be talked about. The bads and, again, the goods that have come out of it. But, you know. Democracy, theocracy, autocracy. Shut up, reggae. Oh. I don't want to shut up. I want to talk about how I pulled a hyper rare walking wake. Because I'm walking on these wakes. Catch my drift. My initial drift. Night on fire. How do these three governments work? Give me a sec. What did you say? Did you say the auto? Okay. Democracy. Theoretically, everyone should have a vote to set up like the federal and like local government. So that's how that should work. But I think in like, I don't know if by definition a perfect democracy would just be referendums. Monarchies, of course, the king doing whatever king shit he be doing, where he's like, I rule all, go suck my toes. Someone comes and sucks his toes. So theocracy might be what Rome had, where it was like a bunch of, I don't know, they might have a democracy though. Theocracy. Is it like when a guy named Theodore has all the votes? Maybe. I could see that. Autocracy. It's an automatic government ran by super sufficient, heavily modified AI. Easy. Easy clap. That's 4 for 4. That's like a Wendy's meal deal. Yeah, I was about, sorry, for some reason I was like, theocracy sounded like it was like theology, and I was like, I don't know if it spawns from that, or like theory, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. But you know how it be. I'd be a sleepy man on a sleepy show called Talk to a 2 on twitch.tv/RJsOK. By the way, if you're enjoying and not yet followed, do consider following, as we're very close to opening up 3 more packs. But also, we're close to getting a birthday stream, so that too. And I'm looking forward to doing both those things. So, and I still owe you guys a 24-hour stream, but that probably isn't happening till June. But when it happens in June, it's going to be really cool, so look forward. June's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna be off school. We're gonna hit that 24-hour. Everyone's gonna be absolutely jumping for joy. Not Nurse Joy though. Stay calm around Nurse Joy. She has fear of overly hyperactive people. Already off school. Damn! Shout out to your barber dog. We got Phineas and Ferb over here. Bro's got 108 days of summer vacation. Bro's got to figure out how to spend it. Also, I don't know how long your guys' summers were. My summers were at most like 70 days when I was in like elementary through high school. How did Phineas and Ferb get goddamn 108 days of summer vacation? Insane. 108 days of summer vacation. What were they doing in the goddamn tri-state area? They weren't funding schools, that's what. There's 14 days of Easter holidays. Okay, I see. I see what you're saying. You get Easter holidays, which are respectable. Yeah, like late August, early September. That makes sense. I'm just saying, I still don't understand how Phineas and Ferb had 108 days. Like, that's 3 months and like a week. That's more than a week. That's like 3.5 months. Imagine having 3.5 months of summer vacation. Or said Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated once and zipped out. Also, why did you say spell mine like Zin? Kind of a horrible choice in my opinion. Real goober moment. That's how you spell it? Mine? That's not how you spell mine. What? 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 I'm gonna crash out. What? M-I-N-E. M-I-N-E. Mine. A lot of Islamics were, and some possibly still are, unsure of it, are theocratic, where the government is decided by religion, thus laws are decided from their holy book, and Russia had autocracy for their history, falling behind the more enlightened neighbors. Okay, I see. Also, okay, yeah, theocracy being, yeah, arguably one of the worst, in my opinion. Again, I think if people are religious, I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's, as long as they're not hurting anyone or pushing it on anyone or being weird about it. But man, if a whole government was dictated by a holy book, je ne sais pas comme ça. I don't like it. Do not make sense to me. I keep trying to go to my Ultra Ball. The Ultra Ball and the Jet Ball have swapped places for some reason. Probably because I let myself run out of both, but you know, that's okay. Monarchy technically has things like Parliament. Yeah, I remember like that. Obviously, like the Magna Carta, which also the Magna Carta, insane name, 2025. We got to change that because we're gonna have vape dealers selling kids the Magna Carta, and it's gonna be that cartridge in a vape that teaches kids about how monarchy, or how the government needs to have more power than the king and queen. I would find that hilarious, by the way. You wonder, though, when Robespierre took over France. What do you wonder about that? If he would ever suspect he would be the victim of the guillotine, I don't think he did, but, you know, that's okay. And made a religion, was that technically a theocracy? You could maybe argue for it, but I don't know if it would be. Because the argument I would make is, like, what does it take for a new ideology or thought class to become religion in the modern day and age? Like, obviously, you can try to say, oh, here's this character to believe in who is non-human to believe in, but because, like, what are the youngest religions right now? What, Scientology? I don't think that shiny nose was real. I'm just checking. I don't think that was real. Like Scientology or whatever, but some of them are just goofy. So I don't know if I would say it as a theory. The newest religion is a skunk religion. Who are you believing in? The great skunk in the sky? The great wafter? You made it 4 minutes ago. Don't steal your idea. Don't worry. If I'm going to become a religious man, I'm going to become a Pastafarian. You might be asking, RJ, what's a Pastafarian? You lunatic asshole. Don't worry. Let me explain. Pastafarians are people who believe in the flying spaghetti monster. Real thing, by the way. Real thing, by the way. And their religious headwear of choice is a colander, aka strainer for pasta. And because it is a piece of religious headwear, and it is a religion, you can wear them in your government-issued ID as long as they allow for religious headwear. So, if I have turned you into a Pastafarian, go out, get that ID, put that colander on your head. You're going to look fantabulous. Absolutely cash money. These guns control the world through burrows under the tectonic plates. Also, I didn't even pause during ads. Someone should have told me when ads were coming up. My bad. I do apologize for skipping over the ads. They're not skipping over the ads, but not paying attention to them. Thank you, everyone, for putting up the ads. Again, the support means a ton. We get to do all the cool, fancy affiliate stuff like emotes, channel rewards, all that type of thing. I think it's very exciting. So, no, ads already happened. At least I think. Ads happened like 7 minutes ago. Gamer. I should make one of my channel rewards open a pack. They don't get to keep the cards. I still get to keep the cards, but they get to open a pack, so. Gives me a reason. Hey, Haley Muffin-tail. Knife. I miss Annoying Orange. I wonder whatever happened to that man. Did the tolerant left get a hold of him? Rest in peace, Annoying Orange. That was a joke, by the way. Annoying Orange had a gaming channel. I know he did. Bro played Slender Man. You ever watch an orange play goddamn Slender Man? You ever watch Annoying Orange play Slender Man the 7 pages? Remember, we can't afford 8 pages. It's not in the budget, but we can afford 7, so. Annoying Orange playing Slender Man would be like, "Oh my god, look at that anorexic man in a business suit." And then you kill yourself. Just like, how are you supposed to continue watching that? Absolutely awful. Also, I do apologize to anyone who just came in here or is like trying to relax and chill. That was the worst joke I made of 2025, and I won't make it again. So I hope you stick around. I do apologize. Watching Annoying Orange and me watching him play GTA 5 is an important rage, butt man. He grabbed the toilets. Shout out to Impotent Butt Man. Impotent Rage Butt Man. My bad. But yeah, I don't mean to talk about myself too much. I don't like doing it too often. But if you are enjoying the stream, do consider following. Helps us out a lot. Gets us close to our goals. Whether it be the mini pack goal or if we're getting close to the birthday goal. I'm very excited. And I appreciate every single person who has continually supported the channel. Whether it be just lurking, chilling, relaxing, listening to me yammer on about the wonders of the world, or if joining in the discussion. All of it's welcome. Yes, I did know Tobuscus was on an Annoying Orange TV show. I know because I think I owned one of the DVDs at one point. I can't remember. But yes. Yes, I do remember that. Now Tobuscus exists. And Tobuscus is doing his own thing. Tobuscus in the Minecraft... For some reason, Tobuscus came out of the woodwork and was like, they made a Minecraft movie reference to me. And it's like, Tommy Buscus, I don't think they did. But go off, king. Even though he's not really a king, it's more like his fallen kingdom. His fallen Dorito dust kingdom. Rest in peace. I hope that man is able to make a new kingdom out of a charcuterie board and the dreams of the forgotten. But, you know, it's okay. Is that weird to realize? Oh, he could have been the first dream? Oh, legendary. Oh, I would have actually dreamed for that. Oh, that would have been amazing. If Toby Buscus never did Hard Drugs and he was able to parody the Dream song as well, bro would be dead. Dream would be absolutely gone. Passed away. Like, imagine hearing Tobuscus. That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. Everyone would be like, oh my god, we just realized how bad Dream was. And then you'd have Tobuscus with 10 billion followers. He'd outpace Mr. Beast. That's what the mask is. That's what the point of Tobuscus. Real. By the way, shout out to Tobuscus. From what I recall is I don't remember... I believe he got caught up in nonsensical internet drama. I can't remember if he was a bad guy. I don't recall he was, but he was, someone did say he did bad things, but I can't remember. I can't remember if he actually did it. I don't believe he actually was. Though. He did hard drugs and did bad stuff to the woman, I heard. I can't remember if the woman thing was true. I believe the hard drug stuff just because everyone has the chance of falling from grace. But I can't remember if it's like in a retrospect. I think I've seen some videos where it was just the internet at that time was still super volatile. I just can't remember what case it was. I can't remember if it was a false claim or if it was a real claim. Or if it might have been one woman saying he was doing crappy things, and then a bunch of people faked the pile-on for attention. Which, hey, that was the internet back then. But it discredits a ton of people now, which I think that's the worst thing. I think everyone deserves to have their voice heard, but goddamn, falsely accusing people of stuff is always a scary thought, so. Hundreds of women called him out. They had his phone number and they said, "Hello, Tobuscus. I hate you." And he was like, "Aw." Again, if it's one woman, obviously, there's a chance it happened. Like many things, though, on the internet people, drama, usually it tends to not be completely one-sided. Usually it's both sides are kind of shitheads. Every once in a while, though, the drama is completely one-sided, and that someone was just the culprit and being an asshole. Dream. Absolute knob. But yeah, it's something I'd have to go double check on. I don't want to say too much. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check the retrospect and be like, what actually happened here? One thing I do believe, though, is I do believe Shane Dawson humped his cat. Bro said he did. That's firsthand admittance. Bro's guilty as hell. What did Dream do this time? Oh, it's just like with the Tommy in it and all that stuff. Where Dream was like, I made all of you. So it's like he went to the people that were a part of his group. And he was like, I made every single one of you. Blah, blah, blah. Again, ego death. Bro fell off the ego death side. He was like, watch me die because my ego is so strong. Obviously, he still has 1 million followers because, I don't know. He's got that corpse husband Riz, apparently. Nails on the chalkboard voice. And face on the chalkboard face. You know what I'm saying. By the way, don't make fun of people's appearances or voice. Or one day, you might be just as ugly as them. So, if you do hear this, Dream, I know what the point of the mask is. Don't kill me. I'm the funniest man on the planet right now. Absolutely. Shout out to my barber. The mask makes music that at best is inoffensive. I heard his entire album. There's a one tolerable song. I feel like Dream would write an album, make an album, and it'd just be slur after slur. And then he would, like, bring up other people who've said the slurs, and he's like, I'm not even the one who said it first. This person said it. And it's gonna be like, Dream, what are you talking about, man? Shit sounds so offensive. But yeah, at best, it's inoffensive. Remember, take your happy pills, everyone. If you want to be okay, you have to take your happy pill. You wish it was filled with slurs? Then it would be offensive and interesting. Dream should have called out Eminem. I think that's what we need to happen. We need to somehow get so much beef between Eminem and Dream until Dream calls him out, and then Eminem can come out of the woodwork and do a hit piece on him, just like he did on Machine Gun Jelly. So we're gonna turn Dream into Cream with Eminem's rapping skills. Eminem's gonna come out of the curtain and is gonna be like, that's an awfully hot coffee pot, and Dream's just gonna burst into flames. It's gonna be insane. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. In your grandma. Yo, Dream, I'm eating pork chops with you, with your pajamas playing. I don't know why, but mixing those words into a different order, legendary. Eminem probably has the pass. Yeah, just because you have the pass doesn't mean you should use it. You seen how many times that man's dropped the F slur? You know how many times you've seen Eminem show up in a movie and he calls himself gay just because he realized how many times he dropped the F slur and that he needed to somehow do good with the gays? So when everyone like dies and kind of forgets who Eminem is, every piece of media is just going to be Eminem saying that he's gay. People are going to be like, yeah, man, that guy was so gay. iDubbbz made a content comp. I don't care to go watch it. I honestly do not give a shit. I hate to say it. Again, I grew up with iDubbbz when he was his whole edgy, like the Papa Franku, Max Mofo, anything for views, all that shit. What is it? And honestly, I don't give a rat's ass. Again, from what I understand, is that most of it's made about the Palestine-Israel thing, and he just shoots his way at some Israeli YouTubers, which again, I'm not a big fan of H3H3 either. I think both sides are kind of goofy. It's just one of those things that it's like, I don't care. I personally look at it as the most childish crap ever. And again, iDubbbz getting all buddy-buddy with, I'm not a, so like, okay, whatever. You want to like Hassan? I think Hassan said some dumb stuff in the past, some very stupid stuff. Okay, that's one thing. But it's like, it's not even, it was just like with one person who said a lot of dumb stuff in the past. It was a number of people. I'm not a big fan of Frogon or whoever her name is, whatever. The other one in his video, one of them in his video. I'm not a big fan of any of that. I look at it and I'm like, I don't know, this looks like slop. It's just not something I would enjoy watching. I'd believe it. No one asked though, OKND. I'd believe it, but goddamn, no one needed that science fact. We got Bill Nye, goddamn sex guy over here talking about ducks and sex. We got Bill Nye over here, bro's gonna start explaining the procedure to jacking a horse off. Dr. Doolittle over here doolittling the animals. Absolutely insane. Bro should be called Dr. Diddy Little at this point. Vile. For anyone who doesn't know what Dr. Doolittle is, by the way, that's the movie where the doctor can talk to animals, and the animals are like, I hate you. And he's like, I know, as he sticks a thermometer up their butt. Unfortunately, my grandma does not play games, so that is a reality that apparently will never exist, sadly. Even though I'd be happy to meet Marshall Madness, or whatever his name is. Marshall Blathers. I want to see him absolutely crank 90s. Play with my grandma. But maybe. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we can have Eminem playing Fortnite with my grandma in her pajama. While eating pork rinds. It's gonna be a crazy day. Some will call it Crazy Dave. Because ain't no day like Crazy Dave. Also, I find it hilarious, by the way, that the Chinese, out of all the markets, the Chinese love Plants vs. Zombies. Like, to an insane degree. I find that super funny, by the way. I think it's like my favorite thing. There's like this edit right now that I keep watching where it's like it's one of the pea shooters It's like a stealth pea shooter. It's got like a little stealth cloak on it, and like one of the sunflowers, and it's playing goddamn like Arctic Monkeys "Where Yo Head At," and it's like "Where Yo Head At," and then it's just Crazy Dave mowing down zombies. Absolutely like lovely. I love that video so goddamn much. It's so good. Imagine my grandma chatting shit on Fortnite. I could not imagine that. I could not. I'm gonna be honest. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. If anything, all I can imagine is my grandma talking about how she hates the patients at her clinic. And you know what? Every time I hear stories from her, I'm like, you know what? I think that might be fair. She works at like a what is it? Like the first like kid doc, whatever you want to call them, like the one when it's like the woman's pregnant and it's like here's what you got to do and everything. And man, she is not a big fan of some of the people that come through there. Your friend tell you to crank 90s ages ago? What about Shinji Ikari cranking that Soldier Boy? Maternity ward, something like that. Not really in a hospital. Canadian hospitals are weird, by the way. A lot of it is clinics that are not a part of hospitals, are a part of the process for like birth and all that stuff. So it's a bit of a different game, different ballpark. Ooh, we got Ponyta outbreak. Let's see how this goes. I wanna Ponyta. I don't care how many people say, but you get a free Ponyta. I want another one because they're blue and they're cool. So Monty Python had a joke that you love. I wouldn't be surprised. I like the Monty Python joke where it's like the guys falling out of the building. I find that one hilarious. Where it's like the guy's like, I find the last joke about office workers falling out of a building highly offensive. And then he's like, and he falls out of the building. I find that, I love that. It's so goddamn stupid. It's so goddamn stupid, but it is so goddamn good. Okay, so in Life of Brian, okay. Oh. The scene where a member of the group wants to be a woman, okay. And they have a debate. And he goes, I want to be known as Lord. As a man, it's my right to be a woman and have babies. And they have a debate, okay? Well, that was one in a giant ass wormhole. Okay, what do they debate on? Or like, how did the debate turn out? And then also, when was this movie released? If it's Monty Python, it would have been a while ago, a long time ago. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I give it to him. I give it to him. That hair cross is about to screw this Cleffa up. Please, sir. Please think about the children. Okay, thank you. Get me out of here. Hurry. Bum 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 bum. It's old though, I'd believe it. Life of Brian is, again, I don't think I've seen watch Life of Brian. And the movie has seen. Weirdly, it feels modern. You could have just said the humor was ahead of its time. again, it's one of those things that, like, arguably that obviously people of that time there would have been some more open-minded individuals, right? But you have to remember that a lot of the time they were taking the piss out of people. But it is funny that things will translate differently based on the time in which it is consumed. Because I think it's fair to assume that at the time it probably could have been something that, again, wasn't maybe trying to offend anyone, but was trying to poke fun at a group of people, so on and so forth. But it doesn't mean that it was per se bad, or that it aged horribly. Obviously, you're saying that it's very modern, which is good. It sounds like. It might be bad. I might be reading the room wrong. Sometimes I lick my fingers sticking in the air and I'm like, yeah, this room is 18 degrees, and then I'm wrong. It's actually 17 degrees, so you never know. Also, okay, indeed, we got a walking wake. Look at the man, he's got the walking wake avatar. Crazy. The golden walking wake. It was meant to be funny, but it wasn't bad. They didn't use offensive words or anything. They had a real debate, and the guy who had issues with the trans person only had issues on lack of understanding. And once they set up the terms, he seemed to be chilled with it. From what I understand, Monty Python never really went on humor that was supposed to use offensive wording as well, which is good. Obviously, again, the humor has then aged. Not bad, not bad. Usually humor ages very poorly with time. But it's good to hear that, again, just how they play out the jokes and the humor is more tasteful, even at a modern day level, which is something that doesn't happen all the time, I'll have to say. And if it aged like wine, that's 100%, that's as good as it can age. Another one of your favorite jokes is simpler? Okay. There's 2 guards in charge of the dungeon? Okay. One has an intense stammer and the other is deaf as a doornail? Okay. Okay. Damn, Snorlax. So sad bro was not shining. When the guard captain comes in, he goes, "Sir, something," and the guy's deaf, so he keeps going, "What, sir? Oh, no, sir." Fuck. Okay, keep going. Let me hear it out. Let me hear it out. Then the guard captain leaves, and dead ass they go, "Say, you see the gladiator fight the other night? Yeah, man, free." That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And that's not even like humor that has to age poorly or age like wine. That's just good. Even for the day, it would have been good. Oh, and the grammar Roman joke. Is that the biggest dickus? That's not the biggest dickus one. I don't know what movie that one's from. I just know about biggest dickus. Okay. Brian tries to vandalize a wall by writing "Romans go home" on a wall. Okay. Okay. Edgar catches him, and he's a grammar Roman. Oh yeah, okay, okay. The Roman points out he wrote "Romans are home" on the wall. Okay. So he lets Brian write "Romans go home"? Okay. And he spends the next 5 minutes correcting his Latin. Okay, that's great. It's very funny. And then walks away saying, "Write that down 100 or more times before sunup, or I'll chop your balls off." Oh, okay, okay. Again, they had to have a smidgen of humor, you know? Bro just told him to vandalize the wall 100 times. Kind of legendary. I respect it. He's looking out for his community. Whee! Hundred more times than a different. Yeah, don't spoil the whole thing. Maybe one day I'm gonna go watch the other Monty Python movies. I remember most of this. Damn. 4:44 a.m. for you? Damn. That's like the devil's number in some places. Not in North America, though. North America, though. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. But I don't know. I've got a pretty good memory, I would say. Sometimes my short-term memory slips me, but my long-term memory is very bad. This is easy because I know what it adds up to. That's fair. Speaking of living in fours, every 4 follows will net us 1 pack opening. Every 20, a bonus 2. And every 100, I still don't know, but nonetheless, those are multiples of 4. So anyone who's watching, if you've been enjoying the stream and not yet followed, do consider following. Not only does it get it closer to our major goals, it also gets us to our minor goals, and it's very appreciated. So I do thank everyone for the support. Anyways, I don't like chilling myself out too much. Nightbot does that for me, apparently. But yes, let's continue on, just running about this MMO. It is the same, but you give me ever any set of numbers. Life's in a different F. Forgot that. So Cape Town Mate's on it. And I liked it and it has no meaning. Makes it feel hollow. Damn, sad. I think the one thing that it's like, my grandpa loves music. He's huge on music. And one of the, every once in a while he'll watch, like, not guitar podcast. No, it's like guitar podcast. It's like guitar podcast. They'll have, like, a guest on the show and everything. And they'll be like, all this stuff. And one of the times I think they had Huey Lewis, which is one of the, like, Huey Lewis in the News. And apparently at one point, it's like a lot of these record labels will just like hand songs that the musicians didn't craft, like handcraft to them, just so then it's like they get that hit that they want. So they use like their most whatnots. You guys get it. But absolutely. I think meanings to songs are sometimes important. Yeah, it's sometimes important. Like that one guy who said, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it didn't really matter. For real. Balls on Parade is a really interesting political song from Rage Against the Machine. I'd believe it. It's Rage Against the Machine. Isn't everything supposed to be a political song by them? I wouldn't know. I don't listen to them. But that's one of those names that's like, Fall Out Boy is about how many times he falls out and crashes out. Going down, down, diddle around. Sugar, I'm going down swinging. Be another one in the bullet. Love that song. I'm a big Fall Out Boy fan. I kind of do like their music. I think it's pretty good. Weezer's singing about how he looks like Buddy Holly. And how his girl looks like Mary Tyler Moore. Oh yeah, okay, I think I've heard that actually. They rally around the family. Yeah, I've heard that before, yeah. I've read that somewhere before, and it's probably straight from the chorus. Which means I've probably heard the song, and I just don't recall listening to it. But I've probably listened to it. So it's definitely something. Oh wow, that's a big ass starter. Let's not run into that. Thank you. So yeah, we're probably looking at just this last excursion. And then we're gonna head off for the night. Take it easy, you know, sleep well and all that. Schnoz dog. Well, Scorpio has appeared running and playing the Pokemon community game. Truly defense contract and wars. Sometimes it do be making money, but it's not moral or ethical money. Crazy. Damn, look at that Scyther. Bro's big. And I think that's a pretty fair criticism of the industrial war complex, especially in America. Clothes not food, not clothes, not shoes. Just feed them. Damn. As I said, I'm not surprised that's coming from a Rage Against the Machine song. You know, that song might be in Fortnite Festival, and that's why I recognize it, now that I think about it. That might be where I'm recognizing it from. Or, again, it's from somewhere else. But that might be in Fortnite Festival, so kind of crazy. Kind of funny, actually, in my opinion, but you know, it's okay. Pocket full of shells, house like carpet. Two legendary songs made by two legendary people. Even though one I think is a sample, but used by Toby Fox. House like carpet. criticize the American prison system, government's censorship, the ex-military, or sorry, the military-industrial complex, and lying politicians into one race. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, even if they couldn't fit it into one verse, they had a 3-minute song they could have fit it into, which they were going to do, so. And one thing I gotta say is, hey, thankfully we can criticize the government. Not everywhere in the world you can do that. Kinda nice. I kinda like saying that politicians are dumbasses, especially Canadian ones. They really don't be knowing about how to do anything, so, you know, it's okay. Thank you, Canadian politicians. I think I've heard Killing in the Name of. That sounds really familiar. That sounds too familiar. Okay, so we're going to be ending in a couple minutes. So lastly, before I end, I do want to again say one last time. If you have been watching and not yet followed, do consider following, as it helps me out a lot. Gets us closer to our goals and gets us closer to our mini goals. Again, we haven't even been streaming for an entire year yet. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to reaching higher goals this year, getting where we need to be. I love having every single one of you all around. Also, if anywhere you would recommend to go for the raid, let me know and I will send us out there as the choice, and everyone can go say hi to wherever they go, or they can leave them to me and I can try to figure out who's on, but I doubt anyone's going to be on. So we'll see though, we'll see. Oh, my legs broke? I ain't shutting out my barber on that one. No, give me my items back. My legs didn't break there. Yeah, that sounds a little intense. But, yes. Yeah, it's right to the point, but I think that's a little intense on it. So yeah, anywhere to raid out? Anyone want to go anywhere specific? Let me know. I've got a few seconds. We got a little bit of time. May anyone want to go anywhere? Definitely for this stream, yeah. Smoosh bug. Sure, I think most of the people in here are asleep. So, most of them are probably going to drop off the face of the channel as soon as the raid happens, but I think that's fine. Smoosh bug. That's not, I don't need category, I need channel. Bop, bop, bop. Smoosh bug, playing Phasmophobia. That's fine. Even if it's only intended for certain audiences, I'm perfectly fine with that. We had a viewer recommend, and I'm perfectly fine. They're playing Phasmo. Yes, I see that. So yeah, let me get some final words in. Thank you, every single person who joined this stream. Thank you for the followers, by the way, the new ones. It's very much appreciated. I couldn't have done it without all y'all. Again, thank you for the support, the ongoing support, the never-ending support from early viewers, late viewers, middlemen viewers. Every single one of you guys, thank you. We're getting close to that birthday stream goal. I've been RJ. I've been okay. Thank you to every single person who's, again, supported me. Everyone, have a good day tomorrow. At the very least, an okay day tomorrow. Spend your Saturday well. Take care. I've been RJ. I've been okay. I will see everyone tomorrow night. Same time, same place, same game, same me. Shout out to my barber. Goodbye, everyone. Good night. We got Be Right Backed. No!